All right, guys. Now is the time. The time to get it done. The time to forget about last week. Forget about what happened week 1. And week 2 is here. Home opener. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Hashtag Sports. My name's Joe. Going to be with you all game long, all season long, as we watch our Buffalo Bills. See a lot of you in the chat already lighting it up. I appreciate every single one of you. Let's have a good game, all phases today. Would love to see that. Would love to see a good game in all phases today. Special teams, with the punt return last week in overtime, you want to see that do a little bit better. Obviously, Stefan coming in as well. Looking for a good game, hopefully a bounce back game for a lot of people on this team, right? Josh Allen obviously needs a bounce back game in this one. Love to see more out of James Cook. Maybe more opportunities for James Cook in this game. I thought our defense played pretty well last week. Would love to see that type of pressure put on Garoppolo today. Scott's in the house. Good to see you as well. But a lot to cover today. We're going to talk about the inactives. And listen, just like every other year, when it's a 1 o'clock game, I'm going to keep you up to date on all the scores around the league. Didn't do that last week, right? Because we had the Monday night game. So we recapped a little bit, but we didn't have that. The only game we have to recap today before this game starts is that Thursday night game, the Eagles versus the Vikings. Great day if you have DeAndre Swift on your fantasy team for you. He had a great game. He kind of broke out a little bit. Listen, I'm still waiting for Justin Jefferson to get in the end zone on my fantasy team. Doing well with the receptions, doing well with the yards, just not getting in the end zone. So would love to see that change here in the near future. But again, guys, thank you for joining me. As you get in here, 12 of you in here already, hit that thumbs up button as we go over our pregame. There's plenty of pregame going on. So I know that people are scattered as far as Bills fans are concerned. Was live on a Raiders channel earlier this week to talk about this game. So I did that. I enjoyed that immensely. So make sure you check that out. Hey, John, good to see you. Just no turnovers. I think we're going to see some turnovers today too, Scott. Sorry, I hate to say it, but I don't see the Bills having too many games where there are 0 turnovers. And that might be a problem. And that might be something that obviously is a problem. That's something that annoys us as Bills fans. But we have Brett Favre 2.0. Right, we have Brett Favre 2.0. But the good news about Brett Favre is he did end up winning a Super Bowl. Can the same be said about Josh Allen by the end of his career? I hope so. Obviously, we all hope so. I'll take Brett Favre 2.0 if that means the Bills get a Super Bowl ring. If it's not, if there's no Super Bowl, then what's this all for, right? What's this all for? But you do have to like the fact, and I've said this to everyone all week, I'll continue to say it, whether we win a Super Bowl with Josh Allen or not, he put us in a place where we're part of that conversation. Right? Past 3 seasons, we've been part of that Super Bowl conversation. I want to transition to a different sport and talk about basketball for a second. And I don't know if any of you saw it last year when the Milwaukee Bucks were eliminated from the playoffs and they asked Giannis, if this was a disappointing season. He had a great response. And that's a response I always try to remember now. When something doesn't quite go my way, right? Just think about, it started off with, do you get a raise every year? Do you get promotion every year? Do you get promotion every year? No, you don't get promotion every year. So does that mean that every year is not a success because you don't get promoted? You talk about that a little bit, and that's real life, right? Like, would we love to win a Super Bowl? Absolutely. Do I want the Bills to win a Super Bowl more than anything? But we lost 1 week. Listen, a few years ago, we lost 1 week to the Steelers in week 1, made to the AFC Championship game. Last year, the Chiefs lost to the Colts, and the Colts were horrible. And they lost to the Colts, ended up winning the Super Bowl. So we lost 1 game. We'll keep moving on. And we're only going to get better. As the season goes on. Listen, I'm going to say this now. He's inactive. He's no longer on the – he's inactive today. Which is a good sign of things moving forward. And we'll talk more about the inactives, obviously. But Kingsley Jonathan, if he's in that game last week, I don't think Breece Hall has as big of a game as he had. I'm not saying any disrespect towards Breece Hall. Breece Hall would still have had his numbers, I'm sure. But I think the impact would have been mitigated if Kingsley Jonathan's in that game last week instead of not being in there. So that's my personal opinion. Obviously, we won't know until we play the Jets again later this season, but we can't worry about that right now. We can't worry about that right now. Right now, we got to worry about the Las Vegas Raiders. I promise you during this game, I'm going to call them the Los Angeles Raiders a few times, maybe the Oakland Raiders a couple times. Who knows what I'm going to call them? But I know they're from Vegas. Just remind me in the comment section. Kingsley needs to replace Epineza. I don't know where he's coming in at. I don't know if replacing is the right word, but he'll definitely join in the mix of rotating pieces. I thought Epineza didn't do too bad last week. On Monday Night Football. I had a couple pressures on the quarterback, was able to get in there a few times to help on the tackling of Breece Hall and Cook. So I don't think and Dalvin Cook. And I don't think he had a terrible week last week. I think that he is showing improvement as well. But Kingsley will definitely be in there when he's ready. He was on the practice squad. Now he's on the 53-man roster. He's just inactive for today. But again, that shows progress, and that's what we want to see. We just need to see progress every single week. We just want to see him have more and more progress. Maybe he'll be in next week. Maybe he won't be into week 4. But either way, I think it's going to be fun when he gets in here. Speaking of the inactives, let's go to that right now. The Buffalo Bills carrying 5 inactives today on the roster. Again, a few names from last week: offensive tackle Alec Anderson, quarterback Kerry Elam, which again, first-round draft pick just last season. Why is he? What has he done to show that he's inactive? And when do the Bills have to move on from Kerry Elam? We talked about we saw the 49ers in the offseason move on from their quarterback, which they traded 2 draft picks, Trey Lance, to get. And obviously that was a huge bust. But when's our time to move on from our first-round draft pick? I don't know. Maybe there's something undisclosed there. They're not telling us. Would love to see him back in action pretty soon. I hope we see him active and playing well and contributing to this team pretty soon. Damar Hamlin inactive again. I know we have a deep defensive backfield, and we'll talk more about the active roster in a little bit. But Damar Hamlin, guy, I would love to see part of the active roster, even if it's just on special teams, making an impact, right? Offensive tackle Jermaine Ifedi is inactive. And then we just talked about defensive end Kingsley Jonathan inactive today. But again, that shows progress. No longer on the practice squad, moved up this week to the 53-man roster. Looking forward to seeing him pretty soon in a Buffalo Bills uniform on the sideline on game day. For the Las Vegas Raiders, some big inactives for the Las Vegas Raiders today. Defensive end Chandler Jones. Chandler Jones can be a menace. I know he's getting up there in age, but that just means he's a savvy vet, right? And he can be a menace on the field. So to have him out in this game is a huge concern if you're a Las Vegas Raiders fan. Another big one, Jacoby Myers. Myers led the team last week in receptions, not Adams. Myers led the team last week in receptions. So for Garoppolo not to have that solid number 2 is going to be an issue, I think. It's going to be an issue for the Raiders, and hopefully the Bills can take advantage of that, maybe focus a little bit more on Adams and maybe concentrate on making sure he doesn't beat us too often. He's going to get his numbers too. We all know he's going to get his numbers, but hopefully we can mitigate that now that we don't have Jacoby Myers on the field as well. Aiden O'Connell, quarterback, he's inactive. Nesta Jada Silvera, defensive tackle, is inactive. Chris Smith, safety, is inactive. And Amari Burnett, linebacker, is inactive today for the Las Vegas Raiders. Does anyone think we make play for Jonathan Taylor? I don't. If we made a play for him, we would have already got him. I don't think we make a play. May the best team win. Hey, Ray, good to see you. Go Raiders. Hey, absolutely. Happy to have Raiders fans in here. Sorry to hear about some of your inactives today. Obviously, Jacoby Myers is a big one. And listen, as someone who always hates seeing injuries or anything like that, you want to see every team at their best each single week. And unfortunately for the Raiders, it's just not the case this week. But the Raiders are 1-0. Bills 0-1. Bills looking to get their first win of the NFL season. Trey Tucker is making their debut today, according to Mitchell. I don't know who Mitchell Renz is. I don't know who that is, and nor do I really care. But we're looking forward to a good game today between our Buffalo Bills and the Las Vegas Raiders. Going to give you my 3 keys to victory. Going to let you know about some other matchups around the league, but I want to make sure I give you the game day rosters. We need our run backs to produce. We do, but it's hard. It's hard for our run backs to produce when they're not getting carries, right? James Cook had 12 carries last week, 8 of those in the first half, averaging over 3 per carry against a very good Jets defense. listen, you need to give these running backs the ball. You need to let them produce. Josh Allen needs to trust his teammates, and he just hasn't done that. I don't know if he'll ever do that, but he just needs to be able to trust them a little bit more. Oh, okay. Michael Rentz from Raiders Report. Well, we'll see what the Raiders can do today. We'll see what they can do today. Obviously, the Raiders are not the caliber of defense that the Bills played last week, and I think that the Buffalo Bills will have a little bit easier day moving the ball. I think the over is 47.5. So it's a pretty high over. So they're expecting some scoring in this matchup. But let's talk about this Buffalo Bills game day roster. And not much has changed between this week and last week. Still carrying 3 tight ends, 5 wide receivers, carrying a fullback on this squad. But it starts with our 2 quarterbacks, the Allen and Allen show. You got number 17, Josh Allen, the starting quarterback for the Buffalo Bills, and number 9, Kyle Allen as his backup. Offensive line, we're carrying 8 of those. We got Mitch Morse. Suffered a little bit of an injury last week, but he's doing okay. It was his hand. He was in practice a few days this week, so we're okay there with Mitch Morse. Want to see Mitch Morse at center every single game this year. That's one thing I really want to see. The offensive line just plays differently when he's in there compared to when he's out. He's a big part of this offensive line and really a big part of the growth of Josh Allen throughout his career. Cyrus Torrance ready for this home opener. Saw on the Buffalo Bills app, he did like an interview about how psyched he is about this game, and hopefully he comes out and that energy is a positive energy. He's able to put it in a positive way and channel it in the game today. Connor McGovern's in there, Ryan Bates, Deion Dawkins, Ryan Van Demark, David Edwards, and Spencer Brown. Listen, Spencer Brown, that I know 2 plays in particular where Spencer Brown just got bowled over last week against Jets. Need to see more out of Spencer Brown this week. To be honest, O'Connell should be inactive because don't trust Brian Hoyer as backup. Says Ray Dizzy. Yeah, that's a problem for Raiders fans. But obviously we want Garoppolo to finish the game, so we're not worrying about who the backup is because hopefully Garoppolo's in there the whole game. James Cook leads off the running back group along with Damian Harris, Latavius Murray, and then Reggie Gilliam at fullback. We saw some Harris and Murray on Monday night. Maybe we'll see more of that tonight, but definitely want to get James Cook in there and get him more than 12 carries like he had last week. At tight end, Quint Morris, Kincaid, and Dawson Knox. Listen, in a parlay I made today, I put Dalton Kincaid in as anytime touchdown. Would love to see the rookie get his first touchdown today against this Las Vegas Raiders team for my parlay, and just because I think it'd be great to see him more active. He was wide open when Josh Allen threw that interception intent for Gabe Davis. He was wide open, but did not see him, or he wasn't part of the progressions, or he was trying to do too much, which we all know Josh Allen loves to do. And he did throw the interception, unfortunately. Look at Dalton Kincaid. Look his way a little bit more today. I'm sure you'll get good results. Wide receivers, Khalil Shakir, Deontay Hardy, Gabe Davis, Stephon Diggs, and Trent Sherfield. We saw Hardy, I think it was, in the backfield a few plays last week, or maybe it was Shakir, I forget. Maybe we'll see more of that little trickery there. But I would love to see more of Trent Sherfield as well in this game. I think he's our punt returner as well. I think he's listed as a punt returner, so we'll see where he plays. Defensive line, got Greg Rousseau, Leonard Floyd did a great job getting to the quarterback. Unfortunately, it was the Floyd sack that injured Aaron Rodgers last week. Unfortunately, Aaron Rodgers out for the season. You always hate to see that. And, as a Bills fan, I do feel bad for Jets fans who were really hyped about this season, right? And it'd be no different as if we lose Josh Allen. Be no different, right? How disappointing, how devastating that would be. Good news for the Jets. They have a former number 2 overall pick as a backup, and maybe he can get something going. Maybe he can get something going for this Jets team. He did well enough to win last week against the Bills, so we'll see how Zach Wilson does today against the Cowboys. But you got A.J. Epineza, Shaq Lawson, Ed Oliver, Jaquan Jones, Jordan Phillips, Poona Ford, and Tim Settle. Those are your 9 defensive linemen today. Terrell Dotson, Dorian Williams in there today, Terrell Bernard, Tyler Matakovic, and Matt Milano are the linebackers for the game today. So hopefully we see more Bernard when he's called upon. Don't expect more out of him, but hopefully we do get a chance to see him play a little bit better than he did last week. That's what we're expecting, just improvement every single week, right? And we'll see if they maybe alternate him with Williams or Dotson, maybe a little bit more of that. But I do expect to see a lot of what we saw last week with our defensive backs having Rapp, Poyer, and Hyde all in at the same time. Speaking of our defense backs, have 9 of them today. Teron Johnson, Taylor Rapp, Jordan Poyer, Micah Hyde, Trey White, Dane Jackson, Saran Neal, Cam Lewis, and Christian Benford. Hope to see Trey White out there, says Ray Dizzy. Trey White, in coverage last week, did a fine job. Again, came up a couple times to help prevent the run. Was unable to miss some tackles, I'll say. And we do want to see him finish those off. Grab a leg. Make sure you have teammates come help you out, whatever you have to do, especially against a guy like Jacobs today. Listen, Jacobs is a big boy. It'd be hard for Trey White to take him down by himself. I understand that, but just hold on to the big fella, and you'll have help coming to help get him down. And then on special teams, you have Tyler Bass, Sam Martin, and Reed Ferguson, same as every other week. But that is your game day roster, 12:45 here on the East Coast, about 15 minutes away from kickoff. Again, looking forward to you guys joining me the whole game and all season long here on Hashtag Sports. If you're not subscribed to Hashtag Sports, make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit that thumbs up. Rick comes in and says, we need him ASAP. Not sure who Rick is talking about. Maybe Christian Kirkley, as I see them talking about that in the comment section. But again, thank you guys so much for joining me. So I want to give you the other games. Again, I'm going to keep you up to date on these games as this game goes on. Commercial breaks. I'll give you score updates as well. We got the Buffalo Bills 7.5-point favorites. That line's really come down from when I did Razor Sharp picks on Wednesday night. Again, do Razor Sharp picks every Wednesday night live at 10 p.m. So be sure to join me. It's a good time. You give me your picks. I'll give my picks both straight up and against the spread. But the Bills 7.5-point favorites. I have the Bills winning this game and covering the spread. Bears, Buccaneers, Bucks are 2.5-point favorites. Packers, when I did my stream on Wednesday, the Packers were actually 1-point favorites. Now they're 3-point underdogs. That's how big the line has moved in favor of the Falcons. No injuries or anything that I'm aware of in that game. Just big line movement. A lot of bets going towards the Falcons. I still think the Packers are going to win that game. Colts Texans has moved to a pick'em game. Seahawks Lions 5.5-point favorites in that one. Chargers Titans. Oh, I'm sorry. So I have the Colts winning. I have the Lions winning, and I'll have the Chargers beating the Titans. 2.5-point spread there. Ravens Bengals, and I wanted to say this. Thank you, Frank. Appreciate you. God bless you as well. I wanted to say this right now. The Bills, Chiefs, and Bengals all 0-1. All 0-1. So you have some big teams in the AFC sitting at 0-1. I expect at least one of those 3 teams. Could be our Bills. Could be the Chiefs. Could be the Bengals. I expect at least one of those teams to be 0-2 at the end of the day. And people will start murmuring like, hey, what's going on here? What's going on? I still don't think it's time to panic if you're one of those teams. But 0-2 is not how you want to start. For the Bills, if they go 0-2, not only is it 0-2, it's 0-2 against the conference, 0-1 against the division. That would be a terrible way to start. Same thing for the Bengals, but they'd be 0-2 against conference, 0-2 against division, be a terrible way to start for them as well. I won't be concerned about those teams. Those teams bounce back, and that's what it takes. It just takes good bounce back, and you'll do just fine. But you got the Ravens at Bengals. Bengals 3.5-point favorites. Chiefs at Jaguars. Chiefs 3-point favorites on the road. Then you go to your 4 o'clock games, your late afternoon / evening games. Not too much on the slate as far as 4 o'clock games go. But we have 4 of them. None of these games jump out at me as, man, I can't wait to watch that game like we had last week. We had a lot of great games in the 4 o'clock hour last week. Not there this week. Got the Niners-Rams. Well, the Rams played last week against the Seahawks on the road. Now they're home against a really good Niners team. Would like to see that matchup, right? That might be the matchup to watch if you're interested in something at the 4 o'clock hour. That starts at 4:05. Giants-Cardinals. Are the Giants, was last week just a fluke, losing 40-0 in terrible weather conditions to a really good Cowboy team? Or are the Arizona Cardinals going to give them trouble? Just like they gave the Washington Commanders trouble last week. Are the Cardinals going to hang around? Hanging around. Do they have alligator blood? We'll wait and see. If you get the reference, good for you. Jets, Dallas. Again, Wilson and Dallas, or for the Jets, Dallas, 8.5-point favorites. I am very interested to see how good this Jets defense is. And what I mean by that is, yeah, they confused Josh Allen last week. Can they put it together consecutive weeks against another really good offense, right? This Dallas Cowboys offense had it a little easy last week because by the time they really got into the game, they were already up 2 scores. But I want to see if the Jets defense can put it together back-to-back weeks. 49ers Rams going to be in my area since I live in California. Listen, right? You live in California. It's coming up on 10 a.m. there. I told my wife so many times, the only reason why I want to live out west, and it's a big reason for me. It's a big reason, is because you got football at 10 a.m., 1 p.m., and then the late night game is late night. Starts at 5 p.m. You have the whole evening. Then after that, it would be so nice to have football at 10 a.m. Now the church life would be missed. I would not be going to church anymore. Maybe Saturday nights I'd start going, but yeah, I'm sure churches in California on Sundays during football season see a big hit in attendance. D. Robert comes in with his score prediction, guys, over in the comment section. Let me know your score prediction, and also let me know if you have a bold prediction. If you have a bold prediction for today's game. Again, like I said, I took Kincaid to have an anytime touchdown today. I think he gets his first touchdown. But I want to know your bold prediction. I want to know your score over in me and Paul just always screw it up, over in the comment section. 425, I told you got the Jets and Cowboys. You also got the Commanders at Broncos. Again, Commanders didn't look too hot last week against the Cardinals. They pulled out late. But the Broncos losing to this Raiders team last week. See how Russell Wilson, Sean Payton can bounce back there at Mile High. Tonight, a big game in the AFC East. Huge implications already for week 2, as you got the Miami Dolphins going to New England, playing the New England Patriots. Dolphins 2.5-point favorites. See a lot of people going with the Patriots to upset the Dolphins. We'll see what happens. I'm looking forward to that game. Should be a full one to watch. Let's see if that Miami Dolphins offense can keep it going like they did last week. Then Monday night, you have 2 games. You have the Saints going to Carolina, playing the Panthers, and you have the Browns in an AFC North divisional battle. The Browns going to Pittsburgh to play against the Steelers. Should be fun. All in all, largemouth consensus 35-24 Bills. I think Josh will shoot them out of the park, 34-14, says Stefan. Any given Sunday, so anything can happen, says Ray Dizzy. Nope, absolutely agree with that. I am not going to count out anyone. Frank comes in and says 31-20 Buffalo. Again, I will give you my score prediction right before kickoff, or maybe right after. Sometimes I lose track and things happen. But just gave you the other games for week 2. Obviously, we saw Thursday night. We saw the Eagles defeat the Minnesota Vikings. They moved to 2-0 on the season. The Vikings, I think, go to 0-2 now, if I'm recalling week 1 correctly. They lost to Tampa Bay. So they moved to 0-2 on the season. Now, I want to give you my 3 keys to victory in this matchup. And we talked about them. We've hit them a little bit throughout the half-hour pregame. Again, guys, make sure you join me half an hour before kickoff every single Buffalo Bills game. That includes when we go to Europe, to London, to play the Jacksonville Jaguars. Game starts, I believe, at 9:30. I will be live at 9 a.m., bright and early, with my chai tea, trying to figure out how excited I'm actually going to get. I remember last time we played Jacksonville in London was the year I got married, actually. We came back from our honeymoon Saturday night, and I was up Sunday morning watching the game. Was a lot of fun. If you guys remember that game, EJ Manuel put us a huge hole in that game and then tried to rally a comeback. It was too little too late, and we lost to Jacksonville in that game. I had to win the coin toss. I give the Bills 20%. Well, then he put Tyler Mateo. I would say his name wrong, so I'm not going to try to say his name anymore. I swear. But he won the coin toss for us in overtime last week. Matakovic, I think is how I always say it, but that's not right. That's not right. So, but he won the coin toss for us last week. Put him out there. And we will see what happens. I think it's going to be more than 20%. I'll put up 45%. What am I doing? What am I doing, guys? What am I doing? My 3 keys to victory. Frank comes in, says, stop throwing short throws. His 3 keys are stop the runs and short throws, get QB Josh Allen playing comfortably, and get tight end Dalton Kincaid and wide receiver Diggs Sheffield involved, and our running back. So get the offense involved, is what you're saying. Get the offense involved. Good call, Frank. Yeah, you should get the offense involved. Score points, maybe score points, win the game. This isn't golf. Score some points. Score more than 16. All right, so my 3 keys to victory, and listen, everyone's talking about turnovers all week long, so I'm going to avoid that one. That's low-hanging fruit. Low-hanging fruit. We'll avoid that one. Kincaid, 100-plus yards, 2 TDs. Loving it. Loving it. Frank says, after tonight, all AFC's teams will be 1-1. He has the Patriots defeating the Dolphins, and then he would have the Cowboys defeating the Jets, and all 4 teams 1-1. Miami would be 1-1 against the division. The Patriots would be 1-0. The Bills 0-1, and the Jets would still be 1-0 against the division. So we'd be tied, but those tiebreakers matter, and they'll matter even more. No interceptions and throw TVs. Good thinking. I like where you guys' head's at. We'll be tied, but those tiebreakers will matter. Come the end of the season. Rick comes in and says, just Bernard has to play better. Listen, it's not Bernard's fault. It's not Bernard's fault. He is who he is. I'm not surprised with how Bernard played last week. That's why we said we had a problem middle linebacker, because Bernard's a below-average middle linebacker, and he played below average last week, and he's going to play below average the entire season. The entire season. See, now, Rick, here you go, getting me fired up. Listen, we knew who he was. You knew who he was. I knew who he was, and we do nothing about it. We do nothing about it. And now everyone's happy because by week 4, we might have Kingsley in there. Okay, why can't we sign him earlier and have him in the week 1? Have him in the week 1. So stupid. So stupid. Get you riled up. Yeah, get me riled up for the game. It's just like, I'm not mad at Bernard for being who he is. I'm not. He is who he is. Let me tell you something. Josh Jacobs is going to break a run against Bernard again today, too. Like, that's going to happen. Josh Jacobs is an elite back, led the league in rushing last season, and he's going to have a big run, and Bernard's going to have a chance to play on it, and he's going to miss it. Do you know why? Because that's what he does. That's who he is. So dumb. So dumb. It's just dumb. It's just stupid. It's just stupid. And, like, I get it. Bills fans are mad at him, and I understand that. Because he missed a crucial play in that 86-yard run, right? Get to the gap. You should make that tackle. He's slow off the snap, and he missed. I understand. I get it. But that's who he is. If I saw him today, I'd be like, that's who you are. That's okay. You played well for you. He played better than I would. That middle linebacker. Maybe. Probably. I might faster to hit the hole, but I would also be faster to get knocked the hell out, too. So, there's that. There's that. Yeah, we're ready. We're ready. And if you want to see me fired up, listen, if this game's close late and Josh Allen does Josh Allen things, and I don't mean that in a good way. Like, if Josh Allen does the bad Josh Allen things, then you'll see me get fired up once again. I can't. Okay, this take. No. Luke Kuechly did pretty well. Tremaine Edmonds did pretty well. I personally would have rather us keep Tremaine Edmonds than Oliver. I've been saying that for a long time, but no one cares what I have to think. And don't forget, who was our linebacker, our middle linebacker, when McDermott came in? Wasn't it like Brown? I forget who it was. I forget his name off the top of my head, but he had over 100 tackles that season. Like, I think he was 3rd or 4th in the league in tackles that year. So I understand that he's had some really good talents at linebacker, but I'm not going to say he can't develop them. I'm not going to go all there. McDermott is the best game managing coach in the NFL. Let's go. Another bad take, in my opinion. Another bad take. But it's 12. It's 1 o'clock. I didn't even get to my 3 keys of victory. Thanks a lot, guys. Thanks, Rick, for letting me get my soapbox. So 3 keys of victory real quick. We need to get the running game going. All 3 running backs need to be effective. Again, in this game, I said I wanted to see 80 yards combined by our running backs last week. This game, our running backs, 110 rushing yards this week. That's what I want to see. 20 carries combined. That's fine. That's fine. A little over 20 because I think 5 yards per carry might be a lot to ask out your running backs, but I'm good with that. So give our running backs 110-plus rushing yards in today's game. Josh Allen needs to get his tight ends going. Look at your tight ends. You know about the relationship between Josh Allen and Dawson Knox. They're like this, man. They're like this. They have a different handshake every single day. Like, come on. Like this, like this, like this. I don't know how to do it. Nothing but love. I don't know how to use. You guys work your hands magic. I don't know. But he needs to get the tight ends involved, right? And 3rd key victory, we cannot let Jimmy Garoppolo just sit in the pocket and slowly find Adams and slowly find his other targets, who I can't remember now that Myers will be out, and slowly just dissect this secondary or this linebacking crew. We need our front four to get to Garoppolo, because if we have to rely on Bernard to make a lot of big plays, it's not going to happen. So front four, get to Garoppolo, make him uncomfortable. Don't injure him. Don't have that record on you. You don't want to do that. But Garoppolo does have a little bit of a history with injury himself, so you have to be careful. Don't want to see it happen, but want to be careful. So those are my quick 3 keys to victory, since I had to get past that. 1 o'clock here on the East Coast. So I also want to make sure I give you my score prediction. Listen, I can very easily see this game, being close, and the Raiders trying to control time possession and be able to milk that clock as much as possible with running Josh Jacobs. I can see it be a low-scoring game, but you can also see this Buffalo Bills offense wanting to make some noise after last week, right? And wanting to make a statement. And I think as a Bills fan, obviously we want the second. And at times it might look like it. It might look like this offense is rolling on all cylinders in this game, but it's not going to stay that way. It's going to be inconsistent at best, unfortunately. My only hope is as the season progresses, it gets better and better. But I think it's enough to win the day. Let's say I just did. Las Vegas didn't show me a lot last week, right? They beat Denver by 1 point, but they allowed Russell Wilson to throw, I think it was like 7.9 yards per attempt last week. I think Denver might have lost that game just as much as Las Vegas won that game, but Las Vegas took advantage of it, so you got to give them credit for that. But especially with Jacoby Myers out in this game, I think the Buffalo Bills have a huge edge in this one. Obviously, as a Bills fan, you hope so, and you hope the Bills come away with victory. The Bills lose this game. I know they can right the ship still, but you have a lot of questions. You have a lot of questions as Bills fans if they lose this one. I think the Buffalo Bills win this game. Last time at Bills 38-3, says Largemouth. Listen, last week I said the final score was going to be 20-16 Buffalo. One team ended with 16. It was 22-16. I wasn't that far off of my final score prediction. Hey, Mike, good to see you. Glad you're in here. Let's go Buffalo again. 34 of you in here. Thurman Thomas, good for you. Hit that thumbs up button. Give me the Buffalo Bills to win this game. 27-17. 27-17 Buffalo is going to be the final score of this game. You're at 9% what? 9% confident that the Bills will win today? Joe's like 99. Scott's like 9. So you're saying you jinxed us last week, Joe? Maybe. And the Raiders will start with the ball. Kickoff goes into the end zone, and they will start at their own 25-yard line. So here comes Jimmy G and the Las Vegas Raiders. Jimmy G, formerly of the New England Patriots, then went to San Fran, had some success there, played in the Super Bowl and an NFC championship. So 2 NFC championships, one lost one. So he has had success. So we'll see what he could do on the field today here in Buffalo. There in Buffalo, I should say. I'm not in Buffalo for the home opener for the Buffalo Bills. And Jimmy Garoppolo, 7% win percentage. Third best among active quarterbacks. That's nuts. Shotgun formation, 3 wide receivers top of screen, 1 to the bottom. Adams alone. They give the ball to Jacobs. He gets knocked down in the backfield by Ed Oliver. A 5-yard loss. And my boy, I always loved Ed Oliver. 5-yard loss on first down. The Americans forward to second and 14. The Raiders are moving from left to right on the screen as they get ready for second down. Yeah, Oliver just bullied his way, knocking number 70 back into Jacobs, and it starts with a 4-yard loss. So a good start for the Buffalo Bills, putting the Raiders behind the sticks, which is always a big thing. 83 in motion to the bottom of the screen. Garoppolo looking, has time, sets up a screen pass to number 8, and he gets to the 33. So gets them a short third down. It'll be 3rd and 2. Number 8, that is Josh Jacobs on the screen. And that's going to be 3rd and 2 now for the Las Vegas Raiders. Las Vegas doesn't really have much depth at running back. Van Rotten is number 70 for the Raiders. We know a little bit about him as Bills fan, former Buffalo Bills. So 3rd and 2. Again, Raiders moving from left to right. Shotgun formation. You have Adams at the bottom of the screen. 4 wide receivers, 2 to the top, 2 to the bottom. Throwing it to Adams. Adams makes the catch. Johnson on the coverage. Good coverage there. But like we said before, Adams is going to get his. A good catch. Had to adjust in midair. 13:30 to go in the first quarter. Las Vegas in Buffalo Bills territory after a nice catch that at midfield, pretty much after a nice catch from Adams. Johnson forced him out of bounds. It's going to be a long day. That it is. That it is. White on Adams now. Offside I formation. Number 11 goes in motion. He gets the handoff as he's in motion to 40, 35, 30, 25, 20. Inside the red zone now. Hyde and White finally combined on the tackle. But a big play for the Raiders. Trey Tucker. We heard about Trey Tucker in pregame. One of you were talking about Trey Tucker. And there he is right there. A huge run on the play. 34-yard carry down at the 16-yard line. Raiders opening possession of the game in the red zone. 12:30 to go here in the first quarter. I formation again for the Raiders. Take the handoff. Quick pass out to Adams. Adams is going to get in the end zone here. You're not stopping him there. Adams in the end zone. Easy for the Raiders. After a 4-yard loss on 4th down, nothing but positive plays for the Las Vegas Raiders, and they go up 6-0 on their opening drive of this game. Garoppolo 3 for 3 on the drive, 44 yards, and that touchdown. So Adams starts them off with a touchdown. Now the Bills have to answer. Trey White, not great coverage there. Playing off on the screen. That was blocked before he can make a play. Went downhill right after the first. Yeah, the first play game, it's 4-yard loss. That looks great. The quick releases. Extra points up, extra points good. So 12-16 to go here in the first quarter. Bills trailing the Las Vegas Raiders 7-0 as the Bills will start their opening drive after the commercial break. So a great drive if you're a Raider fan. Great drive if you're a Raider fan. And it's already 7-0 in this one. Already 7-0. All right, so let's talk about some games that won't get our blood pressure going. McDermott calling defense. He is. And listen, it was one drive. Last week the Bills' offense had 4 turnovers, and the defense allowed 16 points. So I'm going to relax a little bit. I'm not going to freak out too much yet about how this defense is playing. It was a great first drive by the Las Vegas Raiders. That does not mean they're going to score on every single play. But it is 7-0. Every single drive. It is 7-0 Las Vegas over the Bills. Bears, Bucks 0-0. Packers, Falcons 0-0. Colts, Texans 0-0. Seahawks are in the red zone against the Lions 0-0 in that one. Chargers, Titans 0-0. Ravens, Bengals 0-0. And Chiefs, Jaguars 0-0. So the first score of the day comes from Devontae Adams, and it is 7-0 Las Vegas. So no other scores in the game. We do have the Seahawks in the red zone. That seems to be the only team in the red zone. The Baltimore Ravens are at the Bengals 23-yard line, and the Jaguars at the Kansas City 42-yard line. So those games, obviously, much interest there. Another big run given up. Well, it was it was a run. It was an end around, like a reverse type thing. So Bill's showing who they are. Jets, no fluke. They look awful still. One drive, Scott. One drive. It's all right. It's all right. We'll figure it out. Bills can't run a screen on offense and can't stop a screen on defense. We threw 2 wide receiver screens last week. I think at least 2. And maybe there was one that was blown up and we don't know about it. But yeah, we threw a couple wide receiver screens last week. Our D played against Zach Wilson last week. Of course, our D looked good. Hey, you play who you play, right? You play who you play. They're going to run that ball down. Hey, I mean, Josh Jacobs only has -4 rushing yards right now, right? Tucker has a 34-yard run, but Josh Jacobs 1 carry, -4 yards. I'm okay with that. We'll figure it out. Breathe, Bills fans. Breathe. Did you think we were going to shut out today? Thought we were going to shut out? I mean, let's see how the Bills respond first. I'm not saying I'm upset that they scored. I am, but All right, there's 12:15 to go in the first quarter. If we're already mad, then what are we going to do? What are we going to do? All right, 5 plays, 75 yards, 2 minutes and 44 seconds. It was a great drive. Didn't take up a lot of time. Every play was effective. But, man, kickoff's going to go into the end zone, so the Bills are going to start this drive from their own 25-yard line. And that's where Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills take over. It's like a paper tiger. We'll see. I mean, they can still win this game with only 7 points. The only guarantee we have right now is that the Raiders have 7 points. That's the only guarantee we have right now. Josh Allen back in shotgun to start things off. Again, they're moving from right to left on your screen. 2 wide receivers top of screen to the bottom. Cook is going to get the ball. Back to Laser up the middle there, get 2 yards. So our first play was better than their first play. Hey, Ma, how you doing? Our first play was better than their first play by 6 yards. So there you go. Looks like Colts scored. Richardson with an 18-yard rushing touchdown for the Colts. So that's 7-0 there. I saw D. Robert. I didn't see Gary. Is Gary here? Shotgun formation. 2 wide receivers to the bottom of the screen. 1 to the top. Cook again to the left of Allen. He again gets the carry. He's going to move the pocket to about the 30-yard line. So it's going to be 3rd and 5 for the Buffalo Bills. Trying to get that run game going early. Oh, there he is. There he is. Did you give a score prediction? I didn't see. Kansas City gets the ball in that game. So Jacksonville does not score on their first possession. 11:15 to go here. 3rd and 5. Shotgun formation. 3 wide receivers to the bottom of the screen, including Kincaid down there. And then you got 1 to the top. Gets jammed. And looking to throw. He has time. Now has to roll out. Looking. He's going to run out of bounds. He's not even going to throw it. 3rd and 5, you're just going to run out of bounds. Didn't force anything. Now he's going to be scared, right? Like, now he's going to be scared to try force things because of what happened last week. It's going to be 4th and 5. Bills face a 3 and out. 3 and out. He's open. Diggs is open. You run into trouble and you don't even look at Diggs, huh? Run into trouble and you don't even look at Diggs. That makes sense. Why look at your top receiver who had over 100 yards last week? Let's get the ball in the air a little bit. Oh, run into the kicker. Come on. Wow. No flag. Wow. So it's okay to push a guy right into the okay. That's fine. Yeah. Now our opponent's going to be banged up and not able to play the rest of this game, right? But that's okay. Because it wasn't the Raider guy who did it. The Raider guy just pushed the other guy into him, but that doesn't matter. The Ravens are in the red zone in that game. Ravens second goal from the 1-yard line. Colts, like I said, up 7-0. The Buccaneers up 3-0 over the Bears. Packers, Falcons 0-0. Seahawks in the red zone against the Lions. They had the ball 1st and goal. Texans, Chargers 0-0. The Ravens did just score a touchdown to go up 7-0 in that game. And the Chiefs, Jaguars game is 0-0. Edwards with a rushing touchdown in that one. Too many commercials for Josh. Why is Patrick Mahomes still winning? Patrick Mahomes has more commercials than Josh Allen does. Dallas comes in, which we tried. 1st, 2nd down, only 5 yards. 2 rushes for 5 yards, right? So here we go. It's not, he didn't get blocked into. He was the one doing the block. Like, he pushed the Bills player. The Bills player didn't push him into the kicker. He pushed the Bills player into the kicker. If a Bills player pushes him into the kicker, yes, that would not be a penalty. I understand that. But Harris did not block him into the kicker. He just couldn't stop from being pushed into him. Rick, you were with us every game last year, weren't you? They won 14-3. You'll be all right. Well, I mean, I can't say it's on the refs. I have no idea. I'm saying I have no idea. I'm saying that might not be a penalty. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if they come back in commercial and the rules analyst who's in the booth says that should have been called. Like, I'd be like, yeah, okay, I believe you. Like, I believe you. But I don't know for sure. I honestly don't know. But, I mean, it looked bad. And now Sam Martin didn't look healthy getting up. He didn't look 100% getting up, so we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But not a good start for the Buffalo Bills, giving up an easy touchdown on 5 plays and then a 3-and-out. So now the Raiders get the ball once again at their own 16-yard line. Jacobs gets the ball. He tries to bounce outside, unable to do so. You might be surprised who led the charge there, but it was Bernard. So it's going to be 2nd and 10. They don't give him the 1-yard loss. Looked like a loss on the play. But Bernard was in on that tackle. So now it's 2nd and 10. All right, let's go. Let's go. Shotgun formation. Jacobs to the right of Garoppolo. Adams and another receiver at the bottom of the screen. You have 2 to the top. Garoppolo's looking to the top. Now it's thrown underneath to Jacobs, who gets the first down. Wide open underneath. Has all day to throw the ball. And Jacobs gets the first down. Seattle scores. Looks like it was Kenneth Walker to make that game 7-0 there. Mike says 6-11 season incoming. Okay. Offside formation for the Raiders. I'll be here every game no matter what the record is. Jacobs tries to get maybe 2 on the play. So early on, we're containing Jacobs in the running game, which is good, but we need to be able to work on the back end at that 2nd and long, 3rd down, right? We need to be able to do that. But so far on 1st downs, we've contained Josh Jacobs. I think overall he still has negative 2 yards rushing. I will say this, guys. Everyone talking about it's Miami's division to lose it. When you win the division 3 years in a row, it's your division to lose until you can't win it anymore. And we only played one game. Big blitz coming. Pass it, deflected and intercepted. Bernard. We always loved him. Greatest linebacker in the league. Bernard with the pick. Pressure on Garoppolo, and the Bills get the first turnover of the game and set up Josh Allen in great field position, and this defense is awful. Man, I hate how Rousseau got his hand up there and deflected that ball. Hate it. He really needs to jump up and just pick that off by himself. 92 there, the way he hit him, he needs to get there sooner so he can get that sack. This defense is terrible. This preseason, Sean McDermott calling defense, making Bernard get interceptions is just stupid. Stupid defense. '92 is Jaquan Jones. He needs to be faster. Stupid. Man, he's terrible. First down for the Bills. Let's go, Allen. From the 28. Pass complete to Diggs. 6 yards. He gets sacked. We don't get the pick. Yeah, but he needs to be fast. Well, but see, here's the thing. He should sack them, be able to strip the ball, hold Garoppolo like this, and then run into the end zone. I don't understand why he can't do that. I don't understand it. That's why he's so bad. So terrible. So terrible. I hate this defense. They were second in the league in points allowed last year. Second lowest. Like, that's terrible. 2nd and 5 for the Buffalo Bills. 7:44 to go in the first quarter. Bills again, right to left. Yeah, I was right. They run Harris up the middle, inside the 20 to the 16. That's enough for a first down. Sorry, that was Murray, not Harris. First and 10 inside the red zone for this god-awful Bills team that no one likes, that's going to finish 6-11 this year. I mean, it's going to be bad. 7:10 to go in the first quarter. 53 watching. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button if you love my sarcasm. 4 wide receiver set, 3 to the top, 1 to the bottom. Hardy out of the backfield. They tried to set that up last week too. It didn't work that well. Didn't work that well in that play. Going to be second and 13. 3-yard loss. 3-yard loss. Where's the oh man, see Tyler Bass. We can't score. Tyler Bass coming in. Tyler Bass. They'll go 7 and 10. Tyler Bass. Listen, in my way too early record prediction for hashtag sports, I said that we would lose to the Jets week 1, and I still have us going 13 and 4. Pass complete inside the 10. That's Diggs once again. It's going to be 3rd and 4. No, am I drinking? No, I'm not drinking alcohol right now. Do I have one? I might have some alcohol ready. Like I have alcohol at the ready, but I don't have any right now. It's iced tea. I won't say the brand because they don't pay me. 3 wide receivers to the bottom of the screen. And looking, throws it. That's Diggs. Is enough for a first down. They're rolling him short. 4th and 1. Go for it. Go for it. Go for it. Go for it. 4th and 1. Go for it. It's about the 5.5-yard line. As I say the instant replay, I see it at 5.5. Go for it. You're an Allen right up the middle. Don't show me Dorsey. I formation. Allen has the first down. Allen has the first down. You're not stopping that. And now there's a scrum between the Raiders and Bills players. No flags. No flags. Every 4th and 1 this season inside your own territory, I want to see you go for it. Or, inside the opponent's territory, I want to see you go for it. 1st and goal, Buffalo. I would be, but I wouldn't be surprised if they did that 3 more times in a row and just run out the middle 3 more times. See what happens. Knox at the bottom of the screen. Gabe Davis goes in motion. Hands the ball off. That's going to be a rushing touchdown. Buffalo on the board. Latavius Murray after the interception. And the Buffalo Bills pull within a point. Extra point pending. Let's go. I know this team's terrible and everything, but at least let's keep it close. Cover some spreads in the league, you know? X points up, and the X points good. 4:19 to go in the first quarter. We got a 7-7 ball game. Old man still run hard. Big tree fall hard. Big tree fall hard. All right, scores around the league after the Bills tie this one up is now 7-7. Got the Bears up 7-3 over the Buccaneers. Touchdown by Justin Fields, the TD run. Make that one 7-3. Got the Packers and Falcons tied at 0. The Falcons do have the ball at the 20-yard line, so they're in the red zone. Indianapolis Colts find themselves up 14-0. Richardson with 2 rushing touchdowns now in that one to go up 14-0 against the Houston Texans. Got the Seahawks and Lions tied 7-7. We did see Seattle go up with a Walker rush. Jared Goff with a 21-yard pass to Reynolds for a touchdown. Chargers up 3-0 over the Titans. Ravens up 7-0 over the Bengals, and the Ravens have the ball once again. Man, what if the Ravens beat the Bengals just as badly as Cleveland beat the Bengals last week? Because see, then you would say you have something to worry about, right? If you lose 2 games in blowout fashion, or if you lose a game 40-0 and then lose to the Cardinals, it's just as bad. But then you would say you have reason for concern. You lose one game, 24-3, week one. Joe Burrow was injured in preseason. Like, you can put some pieces together and say, okay, yeah, you can see that. But the Ravens have the ball, and Joe Burrow only has 12 yards passing. So Houston's in the red zone. And the Chiefs and Jaguars are still 0-0 in that one. So those are scores from around the league. That was way too many plays for a tutty. Well, that's on Dorsey, right? Dorsey just needs to do better. Just needs to do better. And that's partially true, but again, like, you look at some of the plays last week, you look at some of the interceptions last week. Kincaid open over the middle when he throws that ball up to, like, if he draws plays and receivers get open and the quarterback says, screw it, I don't care, I'm going to the double covered guy, what can an offensive coordinator do? Now, as far as being the guy in the locker room that's able to look at Josh Allen and say, stop it, you're acting a fool, I don't know if Ken Dorsey can do that. I'm not saying yes or no. I'm just, can Ken Dorsey do that? Because remember, while he wasn't offensive coordinator 2 years ago, he was the quarterback coach 2 years ago, right? So he should have a relationship with Stephon Diggs, with Josh Allen. Maybe with Stephon Diggs, I don't know. 7 plays, 28 yards, 3 minutes and 58 seconds. That's the scoring drive for Buffalo. They go 70 plays and 5 yards. We go 28 and 7. Whatever. 4:19 to go. Raiders are going to get a chance to return this one from the 8 to the 30. Nice tackle to about the 31-yard line. But it looks like Dane Jackson might be staying down. Nope, he's getting up. Okay. Dane Jackson on tackle. Listen, I know some people are not happy with the idea that they're trying to take special teams out of the game. I understand that. But when you see hits like that and your player stays down, it's scary. It's scary. I mean, we all remember 20 years ago at this point. Can't believe that was 20 years ago. Against the Broncos, I believe it was, on a kickoff return, right? Went down, paralyzed or whatever. Like, bad things happen on special teams. That's all I'm saying. Shotgun formation, 2 wide receivers bottom of the screen, one to the top. Now the 2 running backs split behind Garoppolo, go motion. They're now at the screen. Lots all day to throw once again. Number 22 for the Raiders on the catch. Good tackle immediately there. Floyd on the tackle. 2nd and 5. Amir Abdullah on the catch. Yeah, special teams just really early on week one. Remember, even that one play where we had that Saron Neal made that really good open field tackle last week, there was no one behind him. Quick throw, wide open. Adams misses him, though. Misses him. So it's bring up 3rd down. He had Adams, but he threw it to the outside shoulder and just a little too outside. And so it's going to be 3rd and 5. 3:29 to go. 3:29 to go here in the first quarter. 3rd and 5. Another big 3rd down. Let's go. Let's go. Let's get some more pressure on Jimmy Garoppolo. My name is Jimmy Garoppolo. Been waiting my whole life for this. Anyone know where my helmet is? 3rd and 5. If you know where that came from, good for you. You've been a football fan for as long as I have. Bill sends some pressure up the middle, but most things goes back. Jimmy has to step out. Ball deflected in the air and incomplete. Epineza getting there and forcing a 3-and-out for the Raiders. Going to be 4th and 5. Scott's always like AJ Epineza. Always. Oliver gets in there first, makes Jimmy have to flee the pocket, and AJ gets his big mitts up. Get your mitts up. Get your mitts up. Raiders back to punt. Hardy back for the return. Just fair catch it. Just fair catch it. Calling for a fair catch at the 15. I'm fine with that. 3:16 to go in the first quarter. Bills, Raiders, 7-7. All right, so like I said, 3:16 to go. Bills, Raiders, 7-7 in this one. No, don't go to Twitter. Gosh, I hit buttons, do things, stupid. Buccaneers in the red zone, trailing the Bears 7-3. Packers trailing the Falcons 3-0. The Houston Texans did score while they were in the red zone, make that game 14-7. Stroud with a touchdown pass to Collins, someone I don't know. Seahawks Lions still tied 7-7. The Chargers up 3-0 over the Titans. The Ravens still up 7-0 over the Bengals. And the Chiefs Jaguars still 0-0. The Jags start deep in their own territory at their own 2-yard line. Hey, Bruce, good to see you. Glad you're here. Again, if you haven't already hit that thumbs up button, be sure to do so. If you like my singing, hit the thumbs up button. If you don't like my singing, hit the thumbs up button. I really, whatever. Just hit the thumbs up button. If you like the fact this game's tied 7-7, hit the thumbs up button. If you don't like the fact that it's tied 7-7, hit the thumbs up button. No matter what you do, no matter who you are, if you're a Raiders fan, if you're a Bills fan, if you're a Jets fan who has nothing else to do right now, hit the thumbs up button. Should have got the sack. D stinks. Stupid defense. Give me an aneurysm. I don't even know what an aneurysm is. Stupid. Oh, man. This is great. I love hanging out with you guys. 65 of you in here. Hit that thumbs up button. Having a good time. So the Bills will start the ball 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line. Again, the Bills went 3-0. So Raiders got the ball first, went downfield quickly, and scored a touchdown. Devontae Adams was it a 17-yard, 16-yard touchdown, something like that. And then the Bills go 3-and-out on their first possession. Everyone in the chat talking about how miserable our lives are going to be for the next 18 weeks. Like, shoot ourselves in the foot, 6-11, 7-10, miserable. This is going to be misery. And then the Bills come back, get an interception, score on that drive on a 4-yard touchdown, and then force a 3-and-out. And now everyone in the chat is so happy. I feel pretty. Oh, so pretty. So we're doing great now. Crack open another beer. Get drunk. Be smart. Be smart. Back from commercial break. Again, the Bills are going to be moving from right to left. Shotgun formation. 2 wide receivers top of the screen. Looks like that's Harris this time who gets the ball. Gets about 3 or 4 yards on first down. So again, really pounding the rock. No, that was Murray again. My apologies. Really pounding the rock early on in this game. So it's going to be 2nd and 7. But Oliver is doing it. Shotgun formation. 2 wide receivers to the top of the screen. Diggs and Knox to the bottom. I still need my Kincaid anytime touchdown. Kincaid stays in the block on this one, but then he releases, gets a screen pass, gets maybe 2 yards on the play to the 20. Going to be 3rd and 6. 2:25 to go. I tried to run a little bit of a tight end screen there. Just didn't work out. Paul will be joining me at halftime. Paul, #sports, will be with me, so make sure you hang out at halftime as well. As we'll go over some of the things from the first half, our first impressions of what we've seen so far. And then Paul Mara will join you, I believe, for post-game. 4 wide receiver set for the Bills. Over the middle, that's Knox. Knox gets the first down. DK squared. Let's get them both involved. Dawson Knox, Dalton Kincaid. Let's do it. The DK brothers. I'm trying to come up with something, guys. Trying to get something. You let me know what you guys think. We can't just let the fact that both of them, DK bros, right? DK bros, yeah. We can't just let them get away with the fact that they both have the same initials. We can't let them do that. Play the same position, have the same initials. Hopefully, both have 10 touchdowns this year. Those type of things. A single set back on first down. Pass out to Gilliam. Gilliam gets 3 yards. Reggie Gilliam's a threat, no matter what anyone says. So he lined up at tight end on that play. Yes, the Bills do have Latavius Murray. They do. They do. Shotgun formation. Gilliam, no, that's Cook, I'm sorry, to the left of Allen. Now he goes to the right. Kincaid and Davis at the bottom of the screen. Morris and Diggs to the top. Davis with his first catch. He gets enough for the first down. All right. Stop it. That's 7 yards first down. Keep the chains moving. That's all. Stop it. Yeah, I don't care if short passes all day long, especially if Kincaid gets in the end zone for one of them. Need my anytime touchdown. That's all I need in my life right now. Nice job pushing for the first. Yeah, he did good enough. Last play of the first quarter coming. Oh, that's a free play. Free play. Go deep. Yes, Davis into Raider territory. Let's go. Free plays. I love free plays. Into Raider territory. That penalty is declined. And listen, if you're working the chains, you love changing the quarter on a first down. Oh man, it's so nice. It's so nice. If you're an official, I work the chains on Friday nights, right? And if you're working the chains on and you end on a first down, you don't have to like mark anything down. You don't have to move the chain by picking it up and moving. You're like, line up on the ball, you idiots. All of you are dumb. Just line up on the ball. Yeah, I know Allen's 9 for 9, but he's really not accurate though. Like, he just really is not accurate. I mean, we all know coming out of college, his accuracy was an issue. Shouldn't have been drafted in the first 17 rounds, really. End of the first quarter here in Buffalo. The Bills driving in Raider territory with the score 7-7. Let's go, Buffalo. Bum, 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 bum. Thank you for joining me on Hashtag Sports. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button if you haven't already. Now subscribe to Hashtag Sports. Listen, we're live a whole bunch during the season. We talk about a whole bunch of nothing during the regular season. We talk about a whole bunch of nothing during the off season too. But it's a lot of fun. We have a lot of fun. Mario, Paul, Ryan, myself, all have a good time. So make sure you hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button, and we'll keep you entertained. If nothing else, we'll keep you entertained. Bears up 7-3 over the Buccaneers. The Packers and Falcons still 3-0 in that game. The Packers have the ball in Falcon territory. The Colts up 14-7 over the Houston Texans. Texans have the ball in their own territory. At the end of the first quarter, the Seahawks and Lions are tied 7-7. At the end of the first quarter, the Chargers and Titans are 3-0 Chargers. I'll leave that up there, Rick, and then I'll get back to it when I'm done with the scores. Ravens still up 7-0 over the Bengals. Ravens have the ball at their own 15-yard line, 30 seconds to go in the first quarter there. And the Chiefs and Jaguars, if you bet the over in that game, I'm sorry for you because early on, not looking so hot. Now, these two teams can put a whole bunch of points up in a short period of time, so the over's not dead. What was the over-under at? 50. The over-under might be dead. 50. Wow. Anyway, that game's 0-0 at the end of the first quarter. So what they need to get in 4 quarters, they now need to get in 3 quarters. But I stayed away. Stay away. I want the Bills to draft Garrett Schrader from SU to be Josh's backup. He ran for 195 yards last night and 4 touchdowns. He could have had more. His accuracy is a bit low, but he deals with lots of drops playing for Syracuse. So, is what it is. Syracuse did have a good game last night against Purdue, winning that one. A good friend of mine is a Syracuse fan. Had had them winning in his parlay, so he was happy about that. They played well. I only watched a little bit of that game. I was between quite a few games last night. The good thing about being a University of Buffalo fan when it comes to college football is you can enjoy a whole lot of football. James Cook gets the ball on first down, and he gets nowhere, but he's able to bounce off and get maybe 2 yards. So good job of James Cook on the first play of the second quarter. So now the Bills moving from left to right. Now they've switched sides. 41 was the one who came in and hit Cook in the backfield. But Cook was able to bounce off. I thought he was going to have a loss of 2. End up, that was Robert Spillane on the hit. So it's 2nd and 8. Shotgun formation, Allen alone backfield. You have Kincaid, Shakir, and Davis at the bottom. Cook and Diggs at the top, and Diggs gets a quick completion. and it's going to be third and about 3. 3rd and 3. Yeah, hit the thumbs up button. Yeah, hit the thumbs up button. Hit the thumbs up button. I have an ant crawling on my computer screen. I want to get it, but I don't want to hit a button while I'm trying to get it and like shut down everything. So, first world problems, I guess. You can kind of see the game and I'm doing too, can't you? 3rd and 3 from the Raider 37-yard line. They're going to run the ball, get the first down inside the 30. Harris on the run, and it's going to be 1st and 10. Harris, I'm glad that boy is on my team now too. I'm glad that, running in a normal passing situation for the Buffalo Bills. I'm loving it. I love when that kind of stuff happens. It's raining here. I didn't know it was supposed to rain, but that's okay. It's beautiful in Orchard Park. Shotgun formation, 1st 7 from the 26. Allen on the throw, throwing it deep, 1-on-1 coverage to Diggs. There has to be a flag. Thank you. Has to be a flag. Has to be a flag. And there was. Nate Hobbs is unhappy about the fact that there's a flag, but all right, Duncan Kincaid, anytime touchdown. Perfect right about now. This is a perfect Dalton Kincaid time. So in the comment section real quick, put the chances of me getting this in, because it's going to bug me. Haha, never mind. Got him. Ah. Joe versus Ant. Joe 1, Ant 0. 1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Hand the ball off on 1st down. Harris is unable to get in. Maybe even loses a yard on the play. Dalton Kincaid. Put in the comment section if you want Dalton Kincaid to score his touchdown. Put 1 in the comment section if you want Dalton Kincaid to get this touchdown. Let's go. Just put 1. 1, easy. 1, enter. 1, enter. Almost as easy as hitting the like button. If you haven't done that yet, what are you waiting for? I'm not getting better. Sorry. If you came here thinking, no, this guy will get better. It's early in the season. It's only the 2nd quarter. He'll get, no. All right, Allen under center. Single set back. Knox comes in. They're going to hand it. No, fake the handoff. Allen has it. Wide open. That's Dawson Knox, though. It's the other DK. But we're going to take it. We'll take it. We'll take the lead. Now do your handshake. Do your 2023 first touchdown handshake. 12-10 to go in the first half. The Bills take a 13. I'm glad that was away from the play because my man's was hugging. Who was that? Who was hugging the defender? Don't say it too loud, Callie. All right, X point is up. The X point is good. 12-10 to go in the first half. The Buffalo Bills lead the Raiders 14-7. That should have been Kincaid. Whatever. I'm not mad about it. Brown, that was Brown. He was hugging him. But hey, if they don't call it, they didn't see it. It didn't happen. It's almost like it didn't happen. All right. Allen, 11 for 11, 58 yards. So he's 11 for 11. He has 1 Matt Milano and a touchdown. So there you go. Bears still up on the Buccaneers, 7-3, 13-15 to go in the first half there. The Packers have the ball in the red zone, 4th and 1, trailing the Falcons 3-0 with 13-13 to go in the first half there. End of the first quarter in Houston with the Indianapolis Colts up on the Houston Texans 14-7. Seattle and Detroit tied at 7 with 11-10 to go in the first half. Chargers 3, Titans 0. Chargers have the ball in Tennessee territory with 11:50 to go in the first half there. Ravens have the ball up 7-0 over the Bengals, 13.5 to go in the first half. And the Jaguars are in the red zone against the Chiefs, 3rd and 7, 13:22 to go in the first half there. Again, here the Bills up 14-7. See, here's what's going to happen, because this always happens. The Bills fan base / so like media, national media, that's where it's for. National media. Josh Allen throws 3 interceptions, looks awful. What's the reaction? Overreaction. Like, oh, he's terrible. Oh, we need to slow down. Oh, he's not comfortable. Oh, man, yada, yada, yada. This is who Josh Allen is. That's what I said. This is who Josh Allen is, right? 11 for 11 in the first half. If he continues this way and has like 2 incompletions this whole game, what's the whole next week going to sound like? Man, Josh Allen looked good. Man, he proved he's an accurate quarterback, proved he could come back after a bad game, yada, 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 yada. And then next week he'll be average. And then, like, this is what we get. He is what he is. Dorsey doing a good job. Yeah, I mean, that 3rd and 3 for me was a huge run call where we got the first down. Normally, a situation you'd see the Bills pass the ball, in my opinion. I think that they did a good job mixing it up so far, getting the run game going. Murray has 3 carries for 15 yards and a touchdown. I think we have Harris has 2 for 10 and Cook has 3 for 6. So you look at that, you have 8 carries among all the running backs. You had 9 by running backs in the whole first half last week. So you have 8 already with 12 minutes to go here in the first half. You had 9 among all your running backs in the first half last week. You already have 8. So kicks in the air. Hopefully Sam Martin's all right and we don't have to use him the rest of the day so we can rest. 12:10 to go. That's what football is. It's 1-week roller coaster. Short-term memory. The people that have short-term memories are the players, though, right? In all actuality. Like, short-term memories. And by that, I mean less than a week, like a day or a drive or a play. Von Miller on the sideline. He's on the pup list for the first 4 weeks. Look forward to seeing him back. And think about it. We'll have Kingsley here in a couple weeks. Von Miller come back a couple weeks. I think we'll be all right. And we're already getting pressure on both the Jets and now the Raiders quarterback. So 1st and 10. Raiders now moving from right to left from their own 25. Going deep on 1st down. And that's going to be pass interference. That's incomplete, but it's going to be pass interference. He was out of bounds, but that's pass interference. Pass was intended for Tucker. Yeah, Benford with the pass interference. They're ruling that a catch? That's not a catch. I don't know how they even how you even rule that a catch. There's no flag on the play. However, the ruling on the field is a catch. I really hope those idiots didn't pick up the flag because it was a catch, because it's not a catch, and you can't rethrow the flag. They didn't even get a foot in bounds. I love lip reading. I love lip reading. They got it. They fixed it. Because you saw the coach's lips there, right, of the Raiders. You saw McDaniel's lips there when he was getting an explanation of what happened. He said, "Oh, that's bull shyster." 2nd and 10. After all of that, 2nd and 10. Great coverage by Bernard. Great coverage. Great coverage. That was great coverage. That's all that was. Great coverage. Yikes. I formation for the Raiders. Pitch out, going nowhere, Jacobs. Bounces it to the outside. Rousseau on the tackle, 2-yard loss. 3rd and 12. How is this not pass interference? I'm sorry. He has his arm on him right there. But it's all right. I've seen more egregious pass interferences not called. That's, so. It's what it is. 3rd and 11. 3rd and 11. Yeah, I said that all game. Jacobs has gotten nothing on the ground. Bills, so pressure. Go out of it. Only rush 4. Garoppolo's all day to throw. Throws over the middle to Adams. Adams has a completion. At the 42. All right. All right, first down. Yeah, great protection. First and 10, shotgun formation, 10:45 to go in the first half. Jacobs over the middle, gets into Buffalo Bills territory, gets a first down. All right, they're giving him 9.5. Reed scores for the Packers, makes that game 7-3. Jacobs has gotten some things going in the passing game, though. So what he hasn't done in the running attack, he's been able to get some screen passes going. Minutes to go now in the first half. Raiders have the ball in Buffalo territory, first and 10. Adams is on sideline. Offset I formation. Jacobs again. Stopped at the line. Jacobs has -3 rushing yards so far today. Has 34 receiving yards, but -3 rushing yards so far today. Poyer on the tackle. How many carries? I think that was his 5th, maybe 6th. Five carries, -3 yards. 3 catches, 34 yards. So, second and 10, 9:15 to go in the first half. Somebody of you in here, if you haven't hit the thumbs up button, share this video. Let people know we're here, having fun, watching our Bills up 14-7. Shotgun formation, 2 wide receivers top, 2 to the bottom. Garoppolo has to step up. Adams open. Beat Poyer deep. He saw his quarterback struggling. He went upfield, had a step on Poyer, and if he has more room before the sideline, he probably scores there. Poyer. So Adams sat down about 5 yards deep. Poyer comes up. Adams is able to turn and run deep, and he just has a step on Poyer the whole way. And so it's going to be first and 10, Las Vegas. 4 catches for 72 yards for Adams at the Bills' 27-yard line. The run. Jacobs going nowhere again. Wow. That's a 2-yard loss. Jones on the tackle. They do know Adams. Listen, he's a great receiver, and he's going to get his. Poyer came up to get him, and as he's running up to get him, he makes a move. Shotgun formation, second and 13. 2 wide receivers on the screen, 1 to the top. Bill send pressure. Jacobs does a good job picking up initially, but then we're there. Russo and Oliver with the tackle. They might not count that as a sack because I think Garoppolo got back to the line of scrimmage. But way to get there, boys. Way to get there. They even gave him a yard. 3rd and 12. They even gave him a yard. All right, I could see him getting back to 29 there. Yeah, sure. They didn't rush 4. They rushed 5. Good try. Good try, announcing team. 3rd down, 3rd and 12. Make it a long field goal attempt. They're 1 for 1 on 3rd downs of 8 yards or longer. Epenez almost gets there. Long throw downfield, incomplete. He short hops his receiver. That's Carter. His intent receiver is going to be 4th and 12. So the field goal unit's going to come on. Let's go. Thank you, Kurt. Appreciate it. Always enjoy it. Let me get to this field goal. Probably have a commercial break after that and answer your question, but I put it up here for us so we can remember. And then in the comment section, you can answer his question too. You can answer Kurt's question too. What do you think the best? We hear so much negativity this week about this Bills team. What after a week and a quarter plus is the best and worst part about it? Kick is up. And the kick is going to be good. 6:48 to go in the first half. The Bills up 14-10. All right. So, in my opinion, what looks best on offense, what looks best on defense? So, we're going to start on the offensive side of the ball. What looks best on offense after a game plus? Listen, this game so far, getting the running game going has looked a lot better than in week one. The play calling has looked a lot better than in game one. So, as long as you continue to grow, continue to make those adjustments, Josh Allen being 11 for 11, a little bit better than week one. So, as long as you continue to make adjustments and continue to grow, that's what I like to see. But my favorite thing to see so far is two things, which basically boil down to one thing, if that makes sense. Kincaid and Torrance, they're better, especially Kincaid, is better at blocking so far than we initially thought. They have worked hard this preseason to get Kincaid up to snuff when it comes to being a blocking tight end. And Torrance has done a great job so far this season early on, holding his own against a really good Jets defensive line. And so far today, doing a pretty good job against this Las Vegas Raiders defensive line. And Kincaid, they've had him in for blocking. So it might be a small thing. It might not be the answer that a lot of people were expecting. But when you look at our first two draft picks and how well they're doing their job, that's what has impressed me the first week plus quarter and a half of this season on the offensive side of the ball. On defense, I'm going to say the defensive line, getting pressure on the quarterback. Spin agrees with me. We've been able to get pressure on the quarterback, whether it was Rodgers. Again, we don't want to see Rodgers get hurt, but we were able to get pressure on him. We had 3 knockdowns, including that sack in 4 plays or something like that. So a pretty good start. And then even with Wilson in there, we got some pressure on him as well. And so far, Garoppolo, we've been able to get some pressure, forced a turnover today. So I really like what the front four of the Buffalo Bills has done so far. And that's without Kingsley. That's without Von Miller. So it's going to be very scary here in the near future for the Buffalo Bills. Are we getting a push on the offensive line? Josh Allen has time. Josh Allen has time. And again, this running attack, not really getting a push, but when on every play, some plays we are, but when you have a guy like Murray and Harris who kind of bully their way for a few yards, that really helps out. And so that's what the Bills are doing so far. Back from commercial break, I'll go through some scores real quick before the kickoff, but more likely it's going to be a touchback anyway, right? So who cares? In fact, there you see on the ESPN screen, nothing. Don't worry about it. Bills up 14-10, Buccaneers up 10-7, Packers up 7-3, Colts up 14-7, Seahawks Lions 7-7, Chargers up 11-0, Baltimore up 10-7, and Jaguars up 3-0. Got through those. Yeah. 6:48 to go in the first half. Bills up 14-10. Buffalo about to get the ball back. Bills will get a return here from the 6. To the 30, 35, 40, 45 to the 47-yard line. Let's go. Let's eat. Let's eat, baby. You want better special teams? That's how we're going to get the job done then. That you want to win all 3 phases? Let's win all 3 phases. Kick the ball inbounds. Kick the ball on the field of play. Damian Harris don't care. He doesn't care where it comes from. And the Buffalo Bills team already near midfield. Perfect. Christopher, Buffalo fan living in the Philippines, appreciate you being here. Shotgun formation for Allen. Fakes hand off to Cook on first down. Went for a quick screen. Was able to roll. Finds a screen. That is Kincaid. Gets 10 yards and a first down. Kincaid's second catch of the day. 6:30 to go. Bills already in Raider territory. Herbert Allen. All right, 1st and 10 from 43. Allen under center. Hands the ball off to Cook. Cook gets some room. Gets about 9, maybe 10 on that play. To the 33, they're giving him 10, and another Buffalo Bills first down. No, I was right the first time. The announcer's messing me up. The announcer's messing me up. That's why you shouldn't listen to them. That's why you should listen to me. And if I have you listening to me, I should listen to me. 2nd and 1. Sheffield in motion. Big thing after Cook. You have Cook right there. Boom, screen Cook. Cook inside 30, inside 20, 15, 10. Out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. And oh yeah, he lowered the boom. He lowered the boom on somebody before he gets out of bounds. Boom. Let me see if he steps out of bounds here at all, because they said the screen says 1st and 10. So no, it's at the 8. It's 1st and goal. Get it right. Get it right. Get it right. Listen to me. Allen under center once again. Cook gets the ball, gets to about the 5, maybe the 4-yard line. Good run by Cook there among those monsters. So it's going to be 2nd and goal. What percentage has Allen been under center? Oh, you mean, I thought you meant like completion percentage. I'd be like, well, 100, because he's 100% for the day so far, 11 for 11. I'm not 100% sure how many plays he's run under center, but he's perfect on the day. So I can tell you that. I would say at least 3 for 3. 2nd and goal. What worries me here is this could be a place where he gets a cheap incompletion because it's really jammed in there at the 4-yard line. Shotgun formation. Cook to his right. Allen's gonna run up the middle, jump over somebody. Never do that. You're not gonna jump for 5 yards. He gives Epps a hug because Epps didn't fall for it. You're not doing that. And he's up 21-7. Like, stop it. So it's going to be 3rd and goal from the 1. Stop it. 13-13 now, not 11 for 11. Sorry. Man. Tennessee scores. Derrick Henry with a 1-yard touchdown makes that game 11-7. Again, Paul going to join me at halftime, so make sure you join me. 8 of you in here. Thank you. Hit that thumbs up button. 3rd and goal from the 1. 2 wide receivers to the top of the screen. We hand it off to Harris. Sorry, that might have been Murray. That was Murray. He's short. 4th and goal. 4th and goal from the 1. Do you want to go for it? I know the answer, but do you want to go for it? 1 in the comment section if you want to go for it. 2 if you want to go up 7. Sean McDermott's coming down to take a look how far it is. 1 to go for it. 2 to go up 7. Now McDaniels is coming down. I call timeout here. If I'm Buffalo, I call timeout here. I'm so smart. Except for it was Vegas who called timeout. Oh, I have some 2s in here. 2s. They just want the 1 session lead. It's okay. That's okay. That's your opinion. Nick Kitchen says 1. I was almost right, though. I called timeout. I thought one team would call timeout. Like, it's a good time. You're 3-1. I didn't think Las Vegas would because you think they'd want all 3 on the other side of the ball. But 3 minutes plus 2-minute warning. Plenty of time to score. So 1 in the comment section if you want to go for it. 2 if you think they should kick the chip shot field goal. Lots of people going for it. Lots of people. Remember, the Bills do get the ball to start 2nd half, which might also play into this decision, right? Might also play in this decision. You get the ball to start 2nd half. So you score a touchdown here. Even if Las Vegas scores on the other end, you can go up 2 possessions. Down shotgun. Takes the handoff. Oh, incomplete. Looking for Knox again. So it's going to be 1st and 10. Bills cannot punch it in. Diggs is open in the back. Diggs is open. How are you missing Diggs? Like, he didn't have a lot of time. Pressure was coming. I get that. But, man, look for Diggs. Wide open in the back of the end zone. Knox would have caught that. Kincaid might have. That's how good Kincaid is. But, man, Diggs is wide open. Unable to punch it in. 1st incompletion of the day. His accuracy is terrible, I know. I mean, surprised he let Knox get a hand on that one. Scores from around the league. all that good stuff. But Bills still up 14-10. Let's get this defense cooking here. Get a safety. All right, Buccaneers up 10-7 over the Bears. Packers up 7-3 over the Atlanta Falcons. Packers have the ball near midfield. Colts are now up 21-7 over the Texans. The third touchdown is Zach Moss, ex-Buffalo Bill, with the touchdown for the Colts. Good on him. When I saw Zach Moss broke his arm or whatever it was in preseason or in training camp, I was so upset. So glad to see he's back. Glad that he scores a touchdown for the Colts, playing a little bit. Detroit goes up 14-7 over Seattle. Touchdown, Jared Goff to Raymond. Raymond gets his Reynolds got the first one. Raymond gets the second. The Chargers in the red zone up 11-7. They have the ball first and 10 at the 15. The Bengals in the red zone trailing the Ravens 10-7. Chiefs still trailing the Jaguars 3-0. And the Jaguars have the ball at their own 21-yard line. We're still get points with this safety. And that's part of it, too. If you trust your defense, if you force them to go 3 and out, you still have all 3 timeouts. You can get good field position. Because what can you do if you're the Raiders? Like, you can't really go deep right here, or at least you hope not. You can. You know, we saw the Bills score a 98-yard touchdown last year against the Steelers with Davis, but 0. A little late, Richard. I don't know what the 0 is for. Hey, to win here, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. I appreciate all of you watching. Really do. Don't let them hang around, says Herbal Solval. Listen, the Raiders are 1-0 for a reason. They're not a terrible team. They're not the Cardinals. All right. Jacobs along the backfield. Jacobs, -3 yards so far a day. How much can you trust him? Garoppolo back to throw. Get your hands up. And Adams makes a quick catch. Quick out. Smart play by the Raiders. And it's an 8-yard gain to the 10-yard line. They're going to highlight Diggs. They're going to show the replay and highlight Diggs. Diggs is so open on this play. It's insane. It's insane how open Diggs was. 2nd and 3 for the Raiders at the 9. Offset I formation now. 2 wide receivers on screen. Poyer comes on and blitz, and Jacobs gets nowhere. Now call a timeout. If you're the Bills, you call a timeout here. If you're the Bills, you call a timeout here. Fine. Don't listen to me. Don't listen to me. It's fine. I don't know what I'm talking about. I would have called timeout here. But, Spin, that's the whole point being in the NFL. You need to know a player is going to be open before he's open, right? I don't disagree with you. But if you see, it's a 2-minute warning. If you see 2 guys on Knox, you know the play call, so you know Diggs is going to be in the back of the end zone. Why you throw that ball into that area, make Diggs make a play, in my opinion. Like, that's the point. Minshew in concussion protocol. Oh, Richardson's out. Minshew's in for concussion protocol. Happened last week. Richardson, it's week 2 of the season of his rookie year, and he was out last week because he twisted his ankle because he was running too much. And now he's out this week for a concussion. Again, don't like injuries. Hate to see it happen. Hopefully it's not as bad as maybe it looked on the field. I didn't see it yet. But you need to relax, Richardson. Like, you need to relax. But yeah, like, this is the NFL. You need to know, you need to be able to throw a ball before a player's open. You need to be able to throw a receiver open, as they say. They should Richardson as a running back, probably. Yeah, I mean, now my question is that his choice, because there were a lot of plays last week, because that game lasted, the Jaguars-Colts game lasted longer than the Bills game. Also went about 4 o'clock. Oh, no, we had a Monday night game. And I watched that game plenty. And there were times where he was back in the pocket, couldn't find anyone open, and just took off. So I understand he wants to make plays. I understand he wants to prove that they did good by drafting him, but you don't do that if you're injured. So that's all. But big third down coming out of this 2-minute warning for the Raiders, 3rd and 3. Again, you look at what Jacobs has done so far against this Bills defense. He has 7 carries for -6 yards. 7 carries for -6 yards. But you look at all these stats, and all these stats really favor Buffalo. Allen, 13 of 14. Time possession is good. Jacobs has negative yards, and yet they're still only down 4 points. They're still only down 4 points. Yeah, Bills lead time possession 15 minutes, almost 16 minutes to 12. And yet still, you look at this game, 14-10, you kind of wish that there might be a bigger spread here. But at the same time, we do get the ball start the second half. If we can stop the Raiders here, we could maybe double dip. Shotgun formation. This one's going to Adams, guys. Adams is at the bottom of the screen. This one, oh, blitz is coming. Garoppolo has to throw it away. Is that grounding? Is that grounding? Ed Oliver with the pressure. That might be intentional grounding, guys, because that did not make it back to the line of scrimmage. Was he out of the pocket? Was he out of the pocket? I mean, all right. All right. But they have to punt at the end zone. Cole back to punt for the Raiders. Get blocked punt, get safety that way. Almost. Fair catch called for and made at our own 43-yard line. Minute 47 to go. Minute 47 to go. All 3 timeouts. We're at our own 43-yard line. Plenty of time. Let's get going. Let's get going. Quick commercial break. Tyler Bass is clapping. He's not even taking his hat off. He's like, we're not doing a long field goal. We got J.A. Yeah, Allen's not 100% percentage. Really, he needs to go to, like, the Canadian Football League. Like, let's be honest. All right, Buccaneers up 10-7 still over the Bears. Houston has the ball in the red zone, now trailing Colts 21-7. Packers up 10-3 over the Falcons. The Seahawks trailing the Lions 14-7. Chargers got a field goal to make it 14-7, an unconventional 14-7, but they got there nonetheless. The Ravens and Bengals are tied 10-10. First play, incomplete. First play was incomplete, so he has a second completion. Jaguars still up on Chiefs 3-0. So 2nd and 10. So I missed that 1 and 10 for Gabe Davis, or the camera's just following Gabe Davis for no reason. Last season, we scored 40 points in the last 2 minutes of either half, which was the most in the NFL for this terrible offense, led by a terrible coordinator. Shotgun formation, 4 wide receivers, to the bottom of the screen, to the top. Quick screen out to Cook. Cook gets maybe 2 yards. Nope, they're only giving him a yard. Minute 35 to go. All right, got to convert this 3rd down then. 3rd and long. So now you let the clock wind down a little bit, right? So if you don't get this 1st down, even with 2 timeouts, you pin them deep, and you hope you go into halftime 14-10, right? Is that what we're going to do? Yeah, after the opening drive from the Raiders, when they scored on 5 plays or whatever it was, and then it'll do much. 3 wide receivers on the screen. And it's time to throw, pump fake, throws it deep, has a guy, that's Davis. No, it's Diggs. And Diggs gets the 1st down. 1st and 10 in field goal range now, 54 seconds in the 1st half. Timeout by the Bills. Smart. You can't carry the timeout's over, so you have 54 seconds. 2 timeouts now. I think that's a smart timeout. Again, don't forget to join us at halftime. Paul will be with us at halftime. Where did my thing go? Where'd the scoreboard go, guys? Sorry. I'll try to get back up for you. All right, 1st and 10 from the Raider 38-yard line. Shotgun formation. Oh, Cook, 8 yards out of bounds. There it is. Got him. Cook gets 9. Do you get out of bounds? You got out of bounds. Stop the clock. 46 seconds left. They give him first down. Official calls for timeout. His timeout. Why? 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 Previous plays under review. Give him 9. Just move on. Give him 9. Just move on. I don't care. So we're under 2 minutes. Obviously, all reviews are booth reviews. All right, he's sure the first down. I don't care. No, I don't think it was down bounds. I'm pretty confident it was down, unless his arm came down and I didn't see it. Commercial break here as we have a review. Under 2 minutes, the Bills well inside field goal range now. But now we look to get that 7. And again, remember, the Bills get the ball start second half, so it's kind of big. You think the Bills score a touchdown here, make it 21-10, score a touchdown on the other side of it, 28-10. During the run, the Patriots were known for this, right? That's what they were known to do. And if the Bills can do that here, capitalize when his knee hit the ball was past the sticks, first down, says, well, but where does he go out of bounds? That's all. I don't care if they rule him in bounds, to be honest with you. We have 2 timeouts and 45 seconds left. Like, I don't care. Really don't care. Especially since they stopped the clock for us anyway, right? So even if they rule him in bounds, there's no reason why we can't already have the play ready to go, lined up. No reason. So I just really don't care. Let 70 of you in here again, hit that thumbs up button. But yeah, the Patriots were known for this, right? Score a touchdown right before half, make this one 21-10. Score a touchdown after half, make it 28-10. And this game, for all intents and purposes, might be done, right? Like you can go home. You might be able to go home at that point. Because remember, other than that opening drive by the Raiders, they haven't done too much. Devontae Adams is getting his, right? Devontae Adams is getting his. He has, 6 for 79 and a touchdown? 5 for 79 and a touchdown. Like, he's getting his. But other than that, I mean, the running back still is negative. The running back, who, by the way, led the league in rushing yards last year. Led the league in rushing yards last year. Has 7 carries for negative 6 yards. 7 carries for negative 6 yards. So, we're all right. We're all right. I want to look at total yards so far. 147, 173. Bills leading total yards, 147, 173. So, yeah. We have 60 rushing yards, so they're 29. What is that? 610. That's 12 rushes by our running backs in the first half. I love that. Gene, what did you see, Gene? But still out of bounds. That's all I care about. So he's half yard short. 46 seconds, still 2 timeouts. Shotgun formation from the 29. Shotgun formation and on to Cook. Cook gets first down, gets out of bounds at 26. Give me that first down. I'll take out the next play. I don't care. Way to waste my time. But Allen gets another completion, gets over 100 yards, 100 passing yards. So really, all in all, good thing. All in all, a good thing. 41 seconds to go. You got Davis and Diggs and Hardy on the bottom of the screen, 3 wide receivers. Cook to the left of Allen. Knox going out for a pass as well. Allen going to run. Get inside the 20, inside the 15. About the 10, timeout. Big run by Allen. There's a flag. There's a flag at the 33. Yeah. So now we have to call a timeout because there's a 10-second runoff. We have to call a timeout because there'll be a 10-second runoff. This is a huge penalty. Huge penalty. Oh, so they're calling unnecessary roughness on 25 too. So those penalties were offset. So we're going back to replay the downs. We just lost time though. Wow. All right, so that was 34 seconds left. So just wasting my time once again. Wasting my time from the 26. Davis, out of bounds, inside the 15 to the 12. I think they set that up wrong, though. If the penalty's offset, they should have gone back to... No, never mind. They're fine. They did it right. Takes way too many hits. Well, like they were talking about, like, I don't know if I agree with that penalty. I mean, he let up pretty good. Sure, his shoulder hits the helmet, but like he let up pretty good. The helmet took all that impact. First 10 from the 11. 2 wide receivers top of the screen, 2 to the bottom. Incomplete. Intended for Kincaid. There's my touchdown, Kincaid. Come on. 24 seconds to go, 2nd and 10. Good hand by number 25 there. And good job by number 1. Getting in there. He would have broke that up even if Kincaid had it, right? Good job. Good defense. Yeah, he got hit hard. He did. 2 wide receivers top of the screen. You got Diggs and Knox at the bottom. Cook in the backfield to the right of Allen. Shotgun. Diggs goes in motion. Still at the bottom of the screen. But close to the line. Over the middle. Touchdown, Shakir! Shakir! Get in! Let's go. Get that relationship between Shakir and Allen going. Get that connection going. Could be dangerous. Could be dangerous. Especially when you have a quarterback who's as inaccurate as 18 for 21. Like when you have a quarterback that inaccurate, it's good to get your spot guy going so you have that presence. You know how it is. Ken Dorsey's happy about it. Extra point is up, and the extra point is good. And with 18 seconds to go in the first half, the Buffalo Bills lead the Las Vegas Raiders 21-10. I mean, that pass was back foot, throwing it under pressure. He might have been falling as he threw that. Good job. Good job. And the Bills will receive a start second half too, so can't forget about that. How's my fantasy team doing? How's my fantasy team? Hey. Well, just Jefferson's still good. Hey. My fantasy team's doing solid. Solid, not good. I'm playing against Josh Allen this week, though, so part of me is okay with losing. I'm all right with it. Kick out of the end zone. So 18 seconds to go. 2 timeouts for the Raiders. Let's see if they try anything or if there's content going to halftime. Put a lot of pressure now on that Raider defense to come out of half and stop this Bills offense, who seems to be clicking right now. Seems to be clicking. Right? So we will see what happens. Shotgun formation for the Raiders. They're going to try something silly. 2 wide receivers on screen, 1 to the top. Jacobs to the left. Maybe they're just going to try to get Jacobs positive yards. Nope. Back to throw. underneath to Jacobs. Again, Jacobs getting something going in the passing game. Gets a first down. They're going to call timeout. No, they're not. There's a flag down. Luger hands to the face. Decline the penalty. First down. So it's going to stop the clock. They don't have to call timeout. But there's only 7 seconds left. Yeah, they're setting the game clock to 10 seconds. They should. There was plenty of time on the clock. Throw an interception. Pick six. Pick six. About 25 yards, maybe try field goal attempt. First attempt from 36. Garoppolo looking. Throws to the sideline. That's in bounds. That's in bounds. That's in bounds. It's fine. Milano tackles him. It's like a 3-yard gain. But what happened was, so number 87 for the Raiders catches the ball. Then it took a staff time anyway, so it doesn't matter. So Michael Meyer catches the ball. And Milano, it doesn't matter, it's halftime. Milano makes a tackle, but when he tackles him, he pushes him back towards the line of scrimmage, and that's when he goes out of bounds. That should be in bounds. But no harm, no foul. Bills up 21-10. Bills up 21-10. And they get ball starts the half. Things looking pretty good. We'll go through some stats real quick. See if Paul's going to join us from #sports. Have a good time. Have some halftime fun. After the beginning of this game, Bills allow a touchdown, then go 3 and out. I'm sure everyone's so excited to be where we are right now. I think people are in a little bit better of a mood. A little bit happier right now in Bills Mafia land. You know what I'm saying? Like a little bit happier. So we'll take it. So at the half, you got the Vegas Raiders. We'll go over their stats first. Garoppolo, 11-17, 131, 1 touchdown, 1 interception to Benford. Tucker with the 1 rush for 34 yards on that opening drive. Garoppolo 1 rush for 1 yard. That's when he got hit by he was just trying to avoid a sack. And Oliver and it was Oliver and Epinez. I forget who it was off the top of my head, but they collided on him. He fell forward for a yard. Josh Jacobs 7 carries, -6 yards. You gotta love seeing that. Adams 5 for 79 and a touchdown. He's gonna get his. Jacobs, if he's having an effect on the game, it's in the passing game, has 4 catches for 46 yards. Abdullah 1 for 5. Mayer 1 for 1 yard, as we just saw right before the end of the half right there. Defense, you got Spillane has 1 sack, but other than that, that's it. Only the 1 sack for the Raiders so far. Going to the Buffalo Bills side of thing, got Josh Allen, 18 of 21, the most inaccurate quarterback in the NFL, 142 yards and those 2 touchdowns. You got Cook, 6 carries for 29 yards. More impressively, in my eyes, 12 carries by the running backs in the first half. I think that's great, and we're going to see that. And we'll talk more about that with Paul, who is going to be joining us here. Give me 1 second. I see you in there, Paul. You ready? Ready to go. All right, perfect. Hey,
what's
Paul,
going on, Joe? Whoa, hey, I'm a little tall right now. Give me 1 sec. Hey, there we go.
I'm so tall.
What's going on, buddy?
Not much. Enjoying the first half. Obviously, the first 2 possessions. Everyone in the comment section was talking about how bad we're going to be. Someone said this is going to be a 6-11 season. Like, we were just miserable. And then
it was scary 6 minutes, wasn't it?
It was interesting. Yeah. It was a fun way to start the game. I enjoyed it because I got to let sarcasm show, and as you know, sarcasm is like my language. Like that's how I talk to people. So
yeah,
so it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's you don't want to go 3 and out down 7, right?
No.
And then to have a Damian Harris get I mean he looked bad, right? Like that. Oh, bad look. But Buffalo comes out on the other side, right? You get some defensive stops. And that was the thing about this Raiders offense that I think is something you have to remember is their script. They're going to do fine. Once they get off script, that offense is not really going to be able to keep up with this Bills defense. Those first 10, 12 plays, they were able to move the football, but that's where the creativity is going to stop.
Right.
And they're going to continue to struggle to move the ball against this Bills defense. That's
And
just the way that it is.
And to me, that's also Jimmy Garoppolo's MO, right? Like Jimmy
Yeah.
Garoppolo is a great script player, great game manager. I know much
Yeah.
people hate saying that, but that's
Yeah.
Jimmy Garoppolo. And so, yeah, and people are upset about Devontae Adams. Like he's one of the best, if not the best receiver in the league. He's going to get his.
Absolutely. And like that pass that Jimmy G was rolling right, the play was breaking down. Devontae Adams looks and sees, well, I've got Poyer next to me and no one behind me. That's what makes him, a great receiver. Like that's what makes him an elite level receiver, is that awareness. Outside of Stephon Diggs, Gabe Davis wouldn't make that look. Trent Sherfield isn't making that look. Like there's receivers on this team that don't do that. That's what makes Devontae Adams, elite level. But when it's, when Jimmy G's throwing the ball at 7 yards a clip, it's not exactly intimidating. I think Buffalo got caught by the fact that they were convinced that in certain down and distance, the Raiders were just going to run Josh Jacobs.
Sure.
And I think that's what got them, right? They knew the Raiders aren't going to be able to throw the ball 50 times a game. So we're just going to wait this one out. We're just going to wait it out. And Jacobs, nothing on the ground today. Buffalo's had his number.
Yeah, absolutely. 6 carries. I already said it, but let me go back to it. 7 carries for -6 yards. I mean, that's great. That's better than you can ask for.
Right. But it was clear, right? That opening drive was because they got into down and distances. We're like, okay, they're finally going to run it, and then touchdown pass. Right. Like it was the down and distance stuff where you look and say, well, this is going to be Josh Jacobs, contribution to the offense here. And they pulled a fast one on you. Well, fool me once, right? That's fine, but the Raiders aren't going to be able to throw the football enough to keep up with this Bills defense. Now, the Bills offense, on the other hand, not explosive. I think people are still getting used to the fact that this offense it's not explosive like that. They're just going to take the yards as they come. Yeah. It's going to be methodical. It's not going to be sexy. It's not going to be a yards after catch offense. This is going to be what it looks like. And, it's going to feel like, it's going to feel like it's meandering at times.
Sure. That being said, we still have 21 points at halftime.
Right. And you lost the ball on turnovers on downs. What, at the 2?
Yep. So
that's tough. And that's where, like, you got Kincaid and you have Knox and you think that the red zone, you have Latavius Murray, right? You think that that's their area of the field, and just couldn't bring it home this time, right? But no creativity there, Joe.
Correct. I mean, you did have Diggs wide open in the back of the end zone.
Yeah,
like wide open on that 4th down play. And Alan, I forget who I was talking to in the comment section. He said that Diggs was not open by the time he knew he was throwing it to Knox. And I believe that to be true, but also this is the NFL. You need to throw your receiver open. Like I have Knox, Kincaid. No, it was Knox. I have Knox with 2 guys on him. I'm going to throw it back there. I know Diggs is back there. Is there another defender back there? I don't know. I'm going to trust Diggs though. One-on-one.
Yeah, and it's a numbers game, right? You take one-on-one with Diggs instead of 2-on-1 and Knox, right? Like it's just a simple numbers game. The flat was open. They could have gone back to I think it was Hardy. They could have gone back to Hardy on in the flat. There were 2 defenders that were floating in the end zone, so probably doesn't go anywhere. But but those are the things that Josh is going to do, right? He's going to his anticipation throws have never been great. They're not great right now, and that's something that has to improve over the season because he's waiting till guys get open before he rifles it in there. And again, that's been Josh's MO for the last 6 years. Those anticipatory throws are not something he's going to do real well. He's going to wait for somebody to get open, and even when he waits for somebody to get open, you're throwing into double coverage sometimes.
I will say his nicest pass of the first half, that Shakir throw for the touchdown, right? That was a beautiful pass, and he threw him open, led him so he can get in the end zone.
Yep.
That was nice. But yeah, definitely something to improve on during the off season or during the course of the season.
I see John Paul O'Keefe says, I don't feel safe with a lead, especially after last week. I think Buffalo's got themselves a big enough lead, but like last week, it didn't feel like they were ever going for the kill, right? And I don't think this offense is going to feel like that for a while still, right? Where they're going to go for the kill. It's going to feel like conservative, mindlessly reckless, right? Like that's going to be the way that it feels, I think, for a little bit. And it like Kincaid, and we'll talk about it in the post game, Joe. Like if you go back and watch last week's game, there were times where receivers were on top of each other, making those windows for throws smaller than they needed to be. And a lot of that is on Kincaid because, he runs an in route and there's a curl on the backside of it, or there's an out on the backside of it. And if he cuts that curl short, it pulls the safety down. It makes that out a little harder to run. Like when we talk about safety or tight ends take a long time to learn the position. That's what we're talking about is the tight end in this offense is key to separation for the wide receivers. Kincaid just doesn't have that yet, but he's going to get plenty of opportunity to learn because this offense definitely needs him out on the field.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, it's well known, and we talked about it all throughout the offseason. Like tight ends in their first year normally don't do well. Now, in Kincaid's situation, it might have been a little different because you felt like you had more of a slot receiver type tight end, and that's fine. And he'll still get his as the season wears on. But at the end of the day, it still takes time to learn those concepts, learn those things that you don't know in
Right. Yeah, exactly. And then, on top of that, right, Spin says even Gabe Davis was running bad routes as well. Gabe, I'm not, I don't think Gabe's field awareness is all that phenomenal, right? Sure. Like that's where I've been with him the last few years. Again, last year was sort of a big, I think a lot of people had a lot of anticipation for last season for Gabe Davis. I know he battled some injuries, but it was that field awareness and, that feel while playing wide receiver just didn't really seem to be at the level that you needed it to be for the stature that you put him at. Now he's a captain, right? Now he's got that C on his chest. He's got more responsibility. But again, Kincaid and Gabe Davis on the same side of the field, it's a little sloppy over there right now.
Yeah, and like I said, it's going to be for a little bit, but you still want to make sure you show defenses that look right. Make sure they have to be ready for that. Yeah. And again, they will get it down. But go ahead.
Kudos to Spencer Brown today going against Max Crosby, right? Like Max Crosby is a terror over there. I expected to see Knox over next to Spencer Brown the whole game. And they gave that look early. But since then, Spencer Brown's had Max Crosby's number pretty much the whole game. Pretty much a non-factor.
If you rewatch the play action where Allen hit Knox wide open in the end zone, luckily it goes away from Brown because Brown's hugging him. Brown's hugging him. We see the replay and my reaction
he knows where the hot route is, Joe. He knows where the hot route is. Don't
no one's looking this way. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, this is. I said prior to the game, I was like, Vegas will be lucky to score 17 this week, right? Because they admittedly they scored 17 against a very bad Broncos team, and they won by a single point, right? Yeah. They would be very lucky to score 17 against this Bills defense. Right now, maybe they do score 17. But the truth of the matter is, outside of that first drive, they don't pose much of a threat.
No, the pressure again getting to Garoppolo. I think the front four, and we were talking about it in the stream. The front four so far in a game and a half has been doing a great job.
Yep.
And it just gets scarier when you talk about adding Kingsley Jonathan and you talk about adding Von Miller later. Like it's just like, man, this is gonna be a very scary defense.
Yep.
In 5, 6, 7 weeks, if it's not already,
Right.
So.
Well, and the thing that Buffalo knew was if you don't let Josh Jacobs take over a game for Las Vegas, once that play action is no longer a factor, right? The effort from that or the output from that offense is going to go in the toilet. And right now, the Buffalo's not worried about that run at all. They're just like, go ahead, we're going to stop you. It's fine. Right. But play action means nothing when Josh Jacobs has 7 attempts for -6 yards, right? The play action means absolutely nothing. So they've taken that away from the Raiders going into halftime.
Yeah, I mean, the first play of the game, a guy who I've always loved, Ed Oliver, gets in the backfield and, forces a 4-yard loss. Ed Oliver's had a great day day so far.
Yeah, he has. So Spin asked, is Brown getting a lot of help or is he just holding his own? He's doing well. I mean, they have had the back on that side of the field, right? So not James Cook, but when Damian Harris has been out there, when Latavius Murray's been out there, they've been on Max Crosby's side to chip, but you haven't seen a tight end in his pocket the whole game. You kind of thought that he were going to have.
I do want to highlight Scott's comment. Scott, you have to remember Adams, again, we talked about a little bit, one of the best wide receivers in the league, and he's going to find ways to get open. As Garoppolo is scrambling, he's going to find the open spots on the field.
Mm-hmm.
It's not because Bills secondary aren't doing their job. It's because they're doing their job that leaves other parts of the field open. And and Adams is going to find that. And, that's talking about field awareness. That's talking about being able to help your quarterback out. And those are things that are going to happen.
Was I being a little biased when Ed Oliver made that sack attempt in the end zone? I thought that was intentional grounding. I didn't think Garoppolo was outside of the tackles. Okay, so you thought the same thing.
I said it a few times. Spin was like, I think there might be a wide receiver in the area. I was like, well, that's a gracious. There's a wide receiver in the area.
Yeah, that's very gracious. What are we talking in the area of the hand grenade that he threw out there? Like, come on.
Right. Correct. All right, so there's a kickoff. Looks like it's going to be a touchback. So, Paul, again, you'll be here for postgame?
Yep. Yes, sir.
Awesome.
Yes, sir.
Tomorrow. So, guys, make sure you stay tuned for that after the game, probably a few minutes after the game, half an hour, whatever it might be. But they'll be there, and hopefully they'll be able to talk about Bills' victory because at this point, if it's a Bills loss, we'll have a lot of depressed Bills fans at this point.
Oh, God. So, hey, listen, Kansas City was losing to the Jaguars. So imagine how easy our life would be if KC goes 0-2, right? Imagine.
Yeah.
Just imagine.
And since he's in a dogfight, too. So,
yeah. Big time.
All right. Thanks a lot, Paul.
All right.
And we'll talk to you at the end of the game.
All right. Later.
First play for Josh Allen's a swing pass out to Sheffield. No, I'm sorry, Hardy. And that's going to be up for 8 yards. Bills moving from left to right. What's going on here? There it is. All right, second down. For the Buffalo Bills, 2nd and 2 from our own 33-yard line. Cook to the left of Allen. Diggs down at the bottom of the screen. Kincaid goes in motion at the top, back towards the line of scrimmage. Cook gets the ball. Cook bounces to the outside to the 40, 45 to midfield. Good run there by Cook. And that's more than enough for a first down, close to Raider territory. Cook so fast. Cook so fast. I want to thank Paul for joining us at halftime. Make sure you join Paul Morrow on the post-game show. Ryan's at the game right now, so not sure if he'll be able to get in on the post-game like last week, but we'll see. 7 rushes for Cook so far, 45 yards. Allen under center. Diggs at the bottom of the screen. Allen looking to go long, decides to hold it in, goes to Kincaid underneath, inside the 45, about gain 7. Good check down there by Allen. Initially wanting to go deep. You could see he wanted to throw it deep, probably to Diggs. Diggs well covered, so he decides to go underneath Kincaid. 2nd and 2, 13-10 to go here in the third quarter. First possession of the second half for the Buffalo Bills. Kincaid, second catch for 18 yards. Pitch to Cook. And Cook's able to get away from it and get enough close to the sticks. Does he get the first down? They gave him the first down so far. First down, Buffalo. Seattle, Detroit tied 14-14. And we'll get to some other scores. First break in action. Cook is doing a great job. So it is 1st and 10 into Raider territory. Shotgun for Allen from 39. Cook goes in motion, goes behind Allen. Now there's a screen out to him with a blocker in front. Gets maybe 5 yards. Good job by Gilliam with that lead block. It's going to be 2nd and 5. 12 minutes to go now here in the third quarter. The Bills just moving along. Not only do we want, a touchdown drive that takes over 6 minutes of the clock or 5 minutes of the clock, that's even better. A long touchdown drive, that's great. Time possession right now, 20.5 to 12.5 in favor of Buffalo. Handing it off to Cook once again. Up the middle. Gets about 31 before. Oh, tackled hard by number 90. Able to get up. 2-yard short gain, 3 for Cook. Gonna be 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2. $11 minutes to go now. Shotgun formation. Now you got, looks like Gilliam to the right of Allen. 2 wide receivers top of the screen. Hardy goes in motion to the top. So now you have 3 to the top of the screen. It looks like Knox alone at the bottom. Pump fake by Allen. Then Allen goes to Diggs. Oh, it's Diggs in the backfield. That's odd. To the 21 for another first down. This is a beautiful drive. Methodical drive to start the second half. Methodical drive in the first half. Allen in shotgun formation, 5 wide receivers set, no one in the backfield with them. 2 wide receivers to the bottom of the screen. That's Hardy and Davis. Allen has to roll out, has time looking. Pump fake, throws it, incomplete. In the area of Davis, but not close enough where it could have been completion. So it's going to be 2nd and 10. Just throwing that one away. Smart play by Allen. Brown again doing a good job holding his own against Crosby. Holding his own. So 2nd and 10 here. 10:05 to go in 3rd quarter. Already a 5-minute drive to start the 3rd quarter. Allen 4 for 5 on this drive for 31 yards. That was just a throwaway. You're absolutely right. Shotgun formation. Cook to his right. 2 wide receivers. 3 wide receivers at top. Cook gets a delayed handoff. Gets inside the 15 to about the 14-yard line before he is tripped up. Getting about 6. Robert Spillane, same guy with the sack for the Raiders on the tackle. And it's going to be a short 3rd down for the Bills. Whereas Kincaid, remember Kincaid took that hard hit to end at the end of the first half. So I'm not sure if he's in there right now. Shotgun formation for Allen. Once again, Kincaid's in there. He's on motion right now. In fact, passes to Kincaid. He is short, though. Good catch by Kincaid. It looks like he's about half yard short. 9:10 to go in 3rd quarter. Again, 4th and 1. 1 if you want to go for it. 2 if you want to take the 2-touchdown lead. 1 in the comment section if you think the Bills should go for it here. 2 if you would just prefer the field goal. Take that 2-touchdown lead. Let me know in the comment section. Good catch by Kincaid. A good tackle there by number 23 of the Raiders. David Long Jr. on the tackle. John says 2. He wants the points. 8:58 to go. 4th and 1. Whose timeout is this? Whose timeout was this? Oh, they're measuring to see how short it is. Few 2s, few 1s. Looks like it's 3 2s, 3 1s right now. John, Gary, and Frank all say 2. Kurt, Callie, and Scott all saying 1. It really depends on your mindset. Like, do you see Las Vegas scoring 2 more touchdowns in this one? I don't know. I mean, Paul didn't think so. Less than half a yard. You have a big guy quarterback. John says, don't do it again. Always kick field goal. Buffalo play calling. I don't know. I'm liking their play call. Mixing it up. I'll go hard snap only if they don't jump kick field goal. We did see yesterday in the Tennessee-Florida game. Florida ran the hard count, and then Tennessee jumped. The D. Roberts says 2. Man Kitchen says 1. So it's pretty much even on what you guys think. I think they should go for it. I formation. 11 seconds on the play clock. Looks like they're just going to try to draw them off sides here. Nope. There's Allen. First down. Allen gets the first down to the 10. 1st and goal. So they did try to draw them off first. They said, fine. You guys are going to stay put. We'll just beat you. Will this beat you? Gilliam, full extension on those hands. Scott wanted the third option. So, the clock keeps winding. A great first drive. Already a 7-minute drive by the Buffalo Bills to open this quarter. When you have an 11-point lead and you're trying to push that lead even further, it's a great opening drive. KC scored on their first drive of the second half to go up 14-6. Murray with the carry gets to the 8-yard line, gets 2 yards. Just keep winding clock. Now get to Kincaid. I would love a Kincaid touchdown. Would love a Kincaid touchdown right now. Burrows got picked off. Again, next break in the action, which has been taking a while because the Bills keep moving the ball. I'll definitely update you guys on all the scores from around the league. Baltimore up 13-10. Just come across the screen right there. Have the ball. All right, shotgun formation. Murray to the right of Allen. He gets the ball. Inside the 5. Powell still moving. It's about the 2. Lamar at the 3. That's perfect. That's perfect. 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal. Kincaid in the end zone. He's open. He's open. Over 8-minute drive now. 3 wide receivers to bottom of the screen. 1 to the top. That's Diggs to the top. I don't even see Kincaid in there, to be honest with you. Harris dives for the pylon. Does not get there. So it's going to be 4th and goal from the 1.5. So now one to go for it. 1 to go for it. 2 to kick the field goal now. What do you want to do? I say kick the field goal. It's a full 2 yards away. Kick the field goal. You're not going to have many more possessions if we just took off 9 minutes. We just took 9 minutes off the clock. Buffalo called the timeout. If you're going to call timeout, why didn't you let the play clock drain, though? Let the play clock drain, right? If you know you're calling timeout, that's fine. But why wouldn't you tell, now Josh Allen's going back in. I don't like the thought of a 9-minute drive not scoring any points. Let me put it that way. I don't like the thought of a 9-minute drive not producing any points. I do like the thought of Kincaid anytime touchdown. I do. I don't either, Rick. I don't either. I think they should kick the field goal here. They already missed once on a 4th and short. Davis, Diggs, and Shakir down to the bottom of the screen to the right. Knox alone at the top. No Kincaid, so I will not get my anytime touchdown. Allen rolls to the right. Looking over the middle. Touchdown! That's a touchdown! That's Gabe Davis with the touchdown! Great call. Great call. Great decision to go for a 9-minute drive to open up the second half. Has to be completely deflating. Both feet down in the end zone. He's there. Good throw. 27-10, extra point pending. Extra point's up. Extra point is good. So now the Bills up 28-10, 5:59 to go in the 3rd quarter. Great job. Great job. You can't ask for much better. Yeah. Took more than half the quarter away. Now we're up 3 possessions. against a team that only scored 10 points, whose running back has negative yards. They're not happy about clock management, though. Not happy about clock management. Some people you just never make happy. Some people are just never happy. And some of you are not happy with the offensive play calling. Or maybe that's your sarcasm too. Thank you all for the comments coming in. Sue, I see you. Worst case scenario, they start their own 2. I understand that, but 9-minute drive, you want points. You want points. I might get my way. I said at the beginning, I wanted 110. I wanted 110. We're at 98. I'm okay with that. Sue says yes, sarcasm. Love it. Love it. Love it. All right, so I do want to give you some scores from around the league, as again, they haven't much time yet in the second half because the Bills just dominated that possession. 9 minutes. Man, I'll take that every day. 28-10 Buffalo over. Well, not every day, because if you're down like 14 with like 7 minutes to go, you want to score quick, right? Anyway, the Bears trailing the Buccaneers 20-10. The Packers up 17-9 over the Falcons. The Colts up 28-10 over the Texans. The Seahawks are in the red zone, trailing the Detroit Lions 21-14. The Chargers and Titans up 17-14 in that one. Ravens up 20-10 now over the Bengals, and the Chiefs up 14-6 over the Jacksonville Jaguars. All these games in the third quarter. As they keep talking in our group. Paul and I trying to be the voice of reason. Ryan and Mario upset. They'll talk about it in post game, I'm sure. But why? Why? We're up 18. 6 minutes to go in the third quarter. Hey, greetings from Germany. Today's more fun than last week. It is. But as someone said at halftime, no lead safe. I still want to see this defense come out. Still want to see this defense ball out. But a good, 2.5 quarters from the Bills so far. And to me, like we talked about halftime, Paul and I were talking about halftime, how the Bills haven't shown that killer instinct last week and this week, and it might take a while to get that, just throw it 40 yards in the air and get a big play by Diggs. But that's as killer instinct as it gets to me. 9-minute drive, ending in a touchdown, going up 3 scores. It's telling Jimmy Garoppolo to sit on the sideline, man. Offset I formation, first down from the 25-yard line for the Raiders, and Jacobs trying to get something going. Probably the first time he's got positive yards that I can remember. A 3-yard gain for Jacobs still puts him in negative yards overall. It's 2010 Baltimore over Cincy. And if Cincy loses, they go 0-2 against the division. Swing back set for the Raiders. Adams to the top of the screen. Pass goes out to their tight end. Is that Myers? No, Hooper on the catch. It's going to be 3rd and about 2. 3rd and about 2. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you enjoy it, and I hope it's a Bills win. I hope you enjoy yourself. There's nothing like seeing them live. It's a fun experience. I can't wait for the new stadium. And I'll probably go back when they get their new stadium. Shotgun formation, 5 wide receiver set. Bills send 4. Pass is complete. Hooper again with the catch close to midfield. Milano on the coverage. The Bengals will be fine. I agree. But that's still 2 divisional losses. that comes to effect when you talk about tiebreakers, right? Comes to effect when you talk about tiebreakers. And there's a big difference between winning your division and having to play wildcard games. Offset I formation, 1st and 10. Fake the handoff. Looks like there's a hold not being called. Pass intercepted. Milano just jumped over the back of the Raiders player and said, "Give me that ball. Give me that ball." Wow. He just jumped over Jacobs and said, "No, that's my ball. That's my ball. Give me that ball." Okay, good, Rick. I'm glad you saw it too. But we're declining that penalty anyway. Wow, what a play. What a play. And the Bills will start with the ball at midfield. We're dancing. We're having a good time. Milano just lost him. He did. He really did. They're still arguing. They're still arguing. But some people are never happy. Some people are never happy. All right, put the nail in them. Yeah, hey, touchdown here. Touchdown here, Kincaid. Game's over. Parlay's over. We're all over. Good job by Buffalo. Good job. All right, so scores around the league. Again, Buccaneers up on the Bears 20-10. The Packers are still up on the Falcons. Falcons did score a touchdown, make that one 17-15. Colts up 28-10 over the Texans. The Seahawks trailing the Lions now 21-17. The Chargers still trailing the Titans 17-14. Ravens up 20-10 over the Bengals. And the Chiefs up 14-6 over the Jaguars. Those are scores around the league. 4 o'clock games. You got 4 of them today. Niners, Rams, probably the most interesting, compelling one of the group, and it's also a divisional matchup, the only one of the 4. Giants, Cardinals. Again, the Cardinals, they played well again in their loss against Washington, but you played well against Washington and you still lost. Like I don't think that bodes well for you. The Jets, Cowboys game. Interesting to see if Wilson can, be a game manager, because that defense over in East Rutherford doesn't need any help. But you want to make sure offense can score points. Can they do that against a really good Dallas defense? You have the Washington Commanders, who I previously mentioned, who played against Cardinals last week, 1-0, against the 0-1 Denver Broncos in Denver. And then tonight's game, a big matchup in the AFC East between the Miami Dolphins and the New England Patriots. So that should be a good one. Cardinals are trash. Well, that's what they wanted to be. That's what they wanted to be. They are who they wanted to be. They are who they wanted to be. And I think Milano had a pick last week too, didn't he? Is that a second interception of the season? Shotgun formation, Cook to the left of Allen. And tries to set up a screen. Crosby comes in and breaks that up pretty quick. Allen just throws it at the feet of Cook. Incomplete. Cowboys win easily, says John. Well, we'll see. We'll see. That defense will keep them in games. That Jets defense is going to keep them in games. I love that. He jumped over the top of him. .346 to go in third quarter. Still 28-10, 2nd and 10 for Buffalo. Matt did have one last week, yeah. So Matt's going to get 17 interceptions this year. 4 wide receivers set. Kincaid's going off pass. See Kincaid. See Kincaid. There you go. Kincaid gets about 8. 3rd and 2. Allen saw him, told him to go downfield a little bit, and he saw him. Good job. Allen tells him, go deep. Go downfield, I'll hit you. And he does just that. Kincaid that touchdown. 3:17 to go in the third quarter. 3rd and 2. Third down passing, 6 for 6, 3 first downs. 3rd and 2, easy catch This is Murray down to 31. So 4 for 4 on third downs, 4 first downs. Is that the only other QB who can easily throw you 3 interceptions? Maybe. Time possession now 27.5 to 15 minutes. It's awesome. 21 first downs for Buffalo, 9 for the Raiders. Doing a great job today. All aspects. Allen under center, Cook behind him. 1st and 10 from the 32. Cook gets the ball on a stretch play. He gets inside the 30, gets about 5 to the 26-yard line. Allen only has thrown 6 passes today of 10 or plus yards in the air. That's it. Everything's been under 10 yards. 24 of 26 under 10 yards today. That's impressive. Single back set. Diggs goes in motion to the top of the screen. At the 27, they're going to run. Nope, fakes it to Cook. Allen over the middle. Finds a receiver. Is that Kincaid again to the 15? Inside the 15. Kincaid's ready to go. Kincaid's ready to go. 5 catches for Kincaid today. Kincaid doing well. First and 10, a minute to go. Shotgun formation. Probably be the fakes. Goes to Knox, incomplete. Knox, it was a quick throw out to Knox. Allen had to get it out fast, and Knox just wasn't ready. 2nd down. Minshew was 16 and 20 and a touchdown. Yeah, Knox just wasn't ready for that one. Second and 10 now. Shotgun. 4 wide receivers set. Cook goes in motion to the top of the screen. Allen's going to get sacked. Wow. Diablo, number 5 of the Raiders, comes in quick and gets the sack on Josh Allen. So it's going to be a long 3rd down. Third and 17 now. 2nd sack of the day on Allen. Buffalo's controlled the clock in this quarter for over 12 minutes now. 2nd Buffalo Bills timeout. So I'm going to hear a whole bunch more about that in the comment section, in our chat, in the hashtag sports chat. Listen, I'm okay with it being an NFL team 28-10. I really am. We're leaning about 3 scores. Leaning about 3 scores. But yeah, no, I get it, Rick. You're right. Wait, you going live at 3 a.m. Monday? Like tomorrow morning? Too early for me, man. Run that ball, run the clock out. Run the ball here, you can take it to the 4th quarter, but you're pretty much saying give us the field goal. I like the idea of calling timeout just to run like a halfback draw, though. You know what I mean? I don't like that too much, but tis what it is. Tis what it is. Commercial break. I can go through scores. Be a good time to do that. Bills have about 3rd and 17 from the 20. 14 seconds to go. Bears still trailing the Buccaneers 20-10. The Packers up 17-12 now over the Falcons. Got the Colts up big on the Texans 31-10. The Seahawks still trailing the Lions 21-17. The Chargers in the red zone trailing the Titans 17-14. The Ravens now up on the Bengals 20-17. The Jaguars have the ball trailing the Chiefs 14-6. So those are some scores, some close games. I'm trying to see if there's any. The Chargers game is in the 4th quarter. Other than that, every other game is in the 3rd still. So a lot of these games hopefully will be going on. Because hopefully the Bills in the 4th quarter, when they get the ball, just try to wind out clock, right? I mean, don't become predictable. Don't just run the ball. Easy completions, though, right? Like the one you saw at Kincaid, the one you saw at Murray on this drive. Like easy completions, run the ball still. I mean, that's what you hope to see. Like the time possession should be getting further and further apart as the 4th quarter goes on. Shotgun formation, 3 wide receivers to the bottom of the screen, 1 to the top. Flag on, looks like there's going to be a encroachment penalty on the Raiders. No, false start on Buffalo. Kincaid on the false start. So now it's 3rd and 22. Now, if you think a high school team can beat the Raiders, do you think a midget football team can beat the Cardinals? Because Cardinals are worse. Now they are going to halfback delay with Cook. Makes one guy miss. Gets inside the 20 to the 11-yard line. So that's going to be the end of the quarter. End of the 3rd quarter. It'll be 4th and 8. So they're going to kick the field goal. Hopefully go up 31-10 to start the 4th quarter. Hopefully. That's what we're hoping for. So the Bears-Buccaneers game, end of the 3rd, 20-10. Packers in the red zone up 17-12. Colts up 31-10 over the Texans. Lions still up 21-17 over Seattle at the end of the 3rd quarter. Chargers did score at the beginning of the 4th to make it 21-17. Ravens have the ball up 20-17 late in the 3rd quarter there. Chiefs have the ball up 14-6. So definitely not the high-scoring game people thought it was going to be. Mahomes, 23 of 30, 2 touchdowns and an interception. Lawrence, 14 of 25, 112. No touchdowns, no interceptions. So that's what we see there. So that says 1. Come on, go for it. 1 to go for it, 2 to kick the field goal. I'm putting in 2 all day. I'm putting in a 2 all day. 75 of you in here. Thank you for watching on Hashtag Sports. Again, Paul and Mario will be live directly after this, so make sure if you're not following Hashtag Sports, you follow and click that notification bell. We're live, or we go on all social media platforms, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, this one, YouTube. So we're there. 1 all day, says Spin. Man. Josh is better than Jimmy in this game. Yeah, no, I get it. You look at the quarterback matchup, right? Look at the quarterback matchup. And you can kind of see where an outcome's going to go from there. 8-play, 37-yard drive, taking up 3 minutes and 49 seconds so far. Again, if you look at time possession as a whole for this game, Buffalo has held the ball over 30 minutes, and Las Vegas has not held the ball for 15 yet. So you're talking about a 2-1 differential in time possession entering the 4th quarter. So a good telltale sign of who's going to win. Halfback draw, Joe's favorite play. You know, they should do. They should take the field goal unit out there. But when they snap the ball, they snap it to Bass. And as they snap it to Bass, Martin gets up. He hands the ball off to Martin. They will not see it coming at all. Martin touchdown. Who has Sam Martin scoring a rushing touchdown on their bingo card today? That's what it's going to be. Sam Martin for the touchdown. Let's go. I'm calling it right now. Right now. Field goal unit on. Still an option. Still possible. 29-yard field goal attempt. It's up and it's good. Bills go up 31-10. A 3-touchdown lead now in the final quarter. Bills have 10 points off turnovers today. The Milano pick, the Bernard pick. No turnovers so far by the Buffalo Bills in today's game. So a +2 turnover differential today will make our overall season turnover differential at -1. I think, did we have 2 turnovers last week? We have had 2. I forget. You guys, I know we had at least 1, the Milano interception, but I can't remember if we had another one. But I would really love to see us end the season with a plus double-digit turnover rating, right? Maybe +8 to 12 would be great. I'll say that. Anything above 12 would be awesome. But all right. So again, going through some scores: Packers in the red zone, Texans in the red zone, Seahawks in the red zone, all at the start of the fourth quarter there. Ravens-Bengals game just ended the third quarter. Chiefs have the ball, but it's 4th and 16, so they're going to give it back up to the Jaguars. A lot of close ones, guys. A lot of close ones. Not this one, though, 31-10. Hopefully it stays a good bit like this. We don't want to see this game get any closer, really, than another touchdown by the Raiders, maybe. Kickoff's in the air. It's going to be a touchback, and the Raiders start at their own 25-yard line. I was just singing this song earlier in the first half. I was singing this song in the first half, and it wasn't because he was doing good. It was his first start. It was when Tom Brady was suspended from the league in 2008, I believe it was, or maybe it was 4-game suspension in 2012. I forget, but it was his first start, and it was on Fox's pregame show. There was a comedian, I forget his name. Shotgun formation, Jacobs to the left of Garoppolo. That's going to be on the Buffalo Bills. Encroachment. There's a 5-yard penalty. Someone tell me his name. Name is Jimmy Garoppolo. Name is Jimmy Garoppolo. The penalties on Epineza. I've been waiting my whole life for this. Another touchdown by Reed in the Packer game makes it 24-12. Does anyone know where my helmet is? All right, 1st and 5 now. Yes, Bills do have twice the time possession. Pass is complete to Adams, enough for a first down. He had to pick it up off the turf. So it's going to be 1st and 10 from 35. So user, you understand. You understand me. I understand you. You understand me. I forget the main comedian's name. I can see him. I can see his face. He plays in. He's one of the police officers in The Hangover, the one who does the shoots the stun gun or whatever. I forget his name though. Garoppolo under center, single set back, hand off to Jacobs. Jacobs goes nowhere. Maybe falls forward for a yard. Bernard on a tackle. In the face! In the face! Bernard looks better today. He does. He does. But again, it's easy. Like they can't run the ball as much, right? Because of the game situation. 2 wide receivers top of the screen, 2 to the bottom. Shotgun formation for Jimmy G. 2nd and 9. Pass over the middle to Jacobs. Good tackle by Hyde. Going to bring him a 3rd and about 3 or 4. Chargers up 21-17 over Tennessee now. Let's go. Hey. So I took my kids to the preseason game against the Colts. My oldest son now loves the shout song. He can't sing it right, but it's awesome. 3 wide receivers on the screen. Jimmy Garoppolo shotgun, running back to the left of Garoppolo, number 22. That's obviously not Jacobs. Going long, incomplete, intended for Adams, just out of his reach. They had the matchup they wanted. It was Bernard against Adams. Hyde came over to help. Hyde's hobbling a little bit. Hopefully nothing serious. Hopefully nothing serious. He's walking, but he'll be coming off the field for at least a play. You hate seeing it in a game like this. You hate seeing it. 4th and 3. I would say you go for it if you're the Raiders. He's walking off. He looks okay. Hyde's walking off. He doesn't need any help. He's doing fine. They do have the punt formation out, though. I would say go for it. You're down 21. Unless you're, are you throwing the white flag in? I wouldn't, but get away from the ball. All right, the ball gets dropped at the 5 after bad camera work. Doesn't show me where the ball is at all. But that's where the Bills will start. The Bills start from their own 5-yard line. So take up another 9 minutes. Another 9-minute drive. In a 4th and 3, down 21, 12 minutes to go. And if you want to throw on the flag, but I personally think you're close to midfield, you go for it. That would have been my suggestion, but what can you do? All right, scores around the league. I'm not their coach. Scores around the league. Tampa Bay up on the Bears, still 20-10 in the 4th quarter. Buccaneers have the ball. The Packers are up 24-12 over the Falcons. The Texans are in the red zone, trailing 31-10. It's 4th down, however. 4th and goal from the 18. Probably kick the field goal here. Although field goal doesn't do anything, right? So maybe, you go for the touchdown. Even though it's 4th and goal from the 18. Again, you're down 21 in the 4th quarter. They did score the field goal. Don't understand it, but whatever. Seattle's in the red zone, trailing 21-17. 2nd and goal. Less than 11 minutes to go in the 4th quarter there. The Chargers up 21-17. 10.5 to go in the 4th quarter there. The Baltimore Ravens are up 20-17. They have the ball in Cincinnati territory, driving with 14 minutes to go in that one. The Jaguars are in the red zone, trailing Chiefs 14-6. So that's going to be a close one. That's going to be a good ending there. Here, the game's 31-10. People are saying bring on the Dolphins. We'll see what the Dolphins do tonight in the Sunday night football game. I'm at the point where I say bring on the Commanders, and that's the game we have next week. I'm waiting week 4 for the Dolphins. Bring on the Commanders. Remember the last time we played the Commanders, we won, but it was a lot closer than we want to be. Remember Adrian Peterson had over 100 yards in that game? Like, old man Pearson was done. Like, his career was done. He was just bouncing team trying to survive. And he still got over 100 yards against us. So, and it was one of those games. I remember that, like, the final score, I remember watching the game not worried about winning or losing at any point. But it was just like, really, guys? Like, we could do better. We could do better. So, all right, Bills have the ball at their own 5-yard line, 12:40 to go, up 31-10. Great job by this Bills team so far. Let's keep going. Handoff on 1st down. And that might be 10 yards. Harris. Beautiful. That definitely, I think that puts us over 110 now for the game, which is where I was at. That's why I wanted 110 rushing yards by our running backs. 77 by Cook, 22 by Murray, and 10. So we're at 109. We're at 109. So one more rushing yard, guys. 1st and 10 from the 15. And the ball off once again. There it is. We're over 110 to the 21, maybe 22-yard line. That's Harris again, getting some yards. 6 yards on the play. Going to be second and about 4. Oh, no, they didn't give him the first down, so now it's 1st and 10. I'm sorry. I thought he ran for – all right. I thought he had already run for the first down that one, but it's okay. Time possession this half, 14 minutes to 4.5 favor of the Bills. 11:30 to go in the fourth quarter. It's only going to get wider, right? 1st and 10 from the 21. Single back set, heavy run formation, and that's what they do. Harris again. Harris smartly falls forward, maybe 3 on the play. Seahawks now up 24-21, 10.5 to go in that one. Yeah, this is the type of performance you wish you saw last week, obviously. But good performance. 80 of you in here. Again, thanks for watching. Hit that thumbs up button if you haven't already. Share this video because we'll be here next week for the game against the Commanders too. We'll be here next week doing the same thing. I formation, fake the handoff, wide open throw to Davis. Davis with the catch. Gets 10 yards, or 8 yards, gets a first down. Again, don't be predictable where you're always running the ball, but easy completions. And that's exactly what that was. Beautifully done. Davis is asking out. So I'm not sure if he's hurt, but he's jogging off. So hopefully it's nothing serious again. But last thing you want to see in a game like this is like you saw Hyde go down earlier. Davis looks like he's a little banged up here, but he's not being looked at by a trainer. So hopefully it's nothing serious. But you don't want any serious injuries at this point. I formation, Gilliam in front of Cook. 2 wide receivers jumbo packaged to the bottom of the screen. Now Gilliam goes out. It's going to be a pitch. There's going to be a flag for illegal formation on the Bills. That did look awkward. So it's going to go back 5 yards. Yeah, no, he did look banged up, right? Right. Yeah, Cook was going towards the line of scrimmage. So, yeah. So it'll be a legal shift instead of a legal formation. 5-yard penalty, still first down. Uh-oh. Lamar with the touchdown. 27-17, 11.5 to go in the Bengals game. Or in the Bengals-Ravens game. Like I said at the beginning, I thought at least one of those teams between the Bills, Bengals, and Chiefs were going to be 0-2 at the end of the day. Listen, this has to be very – if you're Josh Allen, you have to think, Josh Allen's arm's hit, and he throws a pick. Can't get away with it. Kincaid there's a flag down. Thank goodness. And Allen's pointing towards the Raiders. Maybe Allen knew it was a free play. Legal hands to the face, so no, he didn't. I mean, like, I would not be like Allen's arm got hit, right? Like, I don't know what he saw, but his arm got hit as he's releasing the ball. So those are one of those interceptions that you're not just going to look at Allen and just like, stupid Josh Allen doing stupid things. Like, no, you don't know what he saw. Who was he intending the play for? I'm looking out for you. I don't see anyone open, though. First 10 Buffalo at 32. Screen out to Diggs. Wide receiver screen. He's going to 45. Stays inbounds to the 47, 48-yard line. He wanted more, but he gets the first down. Run the flipping ball. What are you doing? Passing the ball. But again, these, other than the last throw, I don't know who he was throwing the last ball to, but easy throws. The Davis throw. Easy throws. I'm not upset about passing the ball here. I'm really not. You get too predictable in games like this, then teams will hone in on it. Cook with the run. Gets into Raider territory. Stay in bounds, though. I don't think it matters because it's not less than 5 minutes, but stay in bounds. Yeah, the clock's still running. Well, I don't know if it's bad. We obviously don't know if it was a bad decision or not, because when they showed the replay, I didn't see a receiver open. And you're up 31-10. And now, again, there could have been an underneath guy that wasn't shown on the replay, or someone over top that was shown on the replay. You're up 31-10, 8 minutes to go. What was the down? Second or third down? Like, you don't throw balls to non-open receivers. Like, you don't give them an easy turnover. Run the ball on 2nd and 4. This time the Raiders snuff it out. James Cook goes down for about 2-yard loss. Jim Tripp says he's happy. I'll believe you, Spin. I'm saying I didn't see it. That doesn't mean that other people didn't see it. Ritter with a 6-yard touchdown. So the Green Bay Atlanta game getting close with 11 and a half to go there. A lot of close games. A lot of close games. Other than the Texans-Colts game and this game, I think there's a few one-possession games out there. Seattle game. Allen rolling out to his right. Just throw it away if you have to. No! Finds Davis! Inside the red zone. Davis just was not going to be denied. Gets open downfield. Kind of the same thing that Adams did earlier in the first half. He saw the defender come up to get him. Saw Allen running out, so he just went downfield. So it's 1st and goal, Buffalo. 1st and goal, Buffalo. From the 8. 6 receptions for Gabe. Running out on 1st down to the 5. 6.5 to go here. Thanks, Dwayne. Glad you joined us, man. You're always welcome. Again, make sure to join us next week. Appreciate you. James Cook with 84 total rushing yards today. Again, happy to see Zach Moss get his rushing TD today for the Colts. Single set back. 2 wide receivers. And ball off on 2nd and goal. Gets to the 1. Gets to the 1. Give it to Kincaid. 3rd and goal, give it to Kincaid. You can even rush it with Kincaid. I don't care. It's an anytime touchdown. That's all I need. I don't need it to be a passing or receiving touchdown. I just need an anytime touchdown. Give it to Kincaid. Is he on the field at least? He is. He's on the field. Another 8-minute drive for Buffalo. An 8-minute drive for Buffalo. And Buffalo's going to call their last timeout. Wow. Demetrius, we still have the Commanders next week. Diggs doesn't understand why we're calling timeouts. Why we're calling timeouts. Bills have a 3rd and goal from the 1. Jacksonville kicked another field goal down 14-9. Bears still trailing the Buccaneers 20-10. They have the ball inside Tampa Bay territory, however. Looking to make that a one-possession game. Green Bay up 24-19 over Atlanta now. Texans have the ball in Indianapolis Colts territory once again, up trailing 31-13. Seahawks up on Detroit 31-21. Looks like they might win that one, but there's still 8 minutes to go there. Chargers up 21-17. Ravens up 27-17. Chiefs up 14-9. Those are scores from around the league. 3rd and goal and shotgun. Hands ball off. Touchdown. Harris with the touchdown. Finish it off, baby. Finish it off. Good job by this Bills team today. We still upset about the opening drive touchdown? We still upset about that? Man, passing kid, I know. But I think in that parlay, I chose the under for this game anyway, so it would have been dead on 2 legs. So it's fine. Ugh. Bass in for the extra point. As points up, and the over just tipped. So there you go. 38-10, Buffalo. 274 passing by Allen. Over 120 rushing just by our running backs alone. I am a happy guy. You see 84 by Cook, 33 by Harris, 22 by Murray. Both Harris and Murray have touchdowns today. So we're looking at 139. Is that right? 139? Someone let me know in the comment section. 84 plus 33 plus 22, 139? Is that right? Let me know in the comment section because my math isn't great. Sorry, Dad. Sorry to break it to you. My math is not great. Is there a link to stream to my stream? Is there a link? You can. There's a. If you're watching on YouTube, there should be a share button. If you close out the comment section, there should be a share button if you're looking to share it, and I appreciate it if you do. Appreciate all of you for watching and sticking around. Lucky guess show. Yes. Hey, guessing works if you're right. I'm not in school anymore. I don't got to show my work. Jeez. Oh, it's going to be about 3 games. 3 games. We'll see more games like last Monday night this season before the season's over. Well, I was just talking about running backs, though, Rick, because that's the stat that matters to me. How many rushing yards do the running backs have? I don't look at Josh Allen rushing stats anymore. Because if you're just running Josh Allen, then defenses have proven they know what to do. The good defenses have proven they know what to do. If you know, and not only the rushing yards, Cook has 15 carries, Harris 7, Murray 6. So you're talking 28 carries. Again, check my math. 28 carries by running backs today. Like, that's impressive. That's impressive. You know, I can respect. Yeah, like Allen had a great day today, and that's the thing about Allen, right? It has great days, has bad days. Like he's the next Brett Favre. He really is. There's gonna be games where you look and you're like, man, he's amazing. Monday Night Football, right after Brett Favre's father dies, there was 5 touchdowns, right? And then he'll do stuff, and you're just like, you're a moron. How are you an NFL quarterback? When he was with the Vikings and played the Saints to get into the playoffs, or in the playoffs maybe, with less than a minute to go in the fourth quarter, tie game, throws across his body to the Saints defender. Like, that's what it is. Wow, seeing amazing. You already talked about Rick, and I did watch some of the game, like I said. I want running quarterbacks, though. Don't want running quarterbacks. Ball control. The Bills have ran 70 plays. The Raiders have ran 34. Bills have 413 total yards. Raiders have 196. We have 28 first downs. They have 10. You're winning games. You're winning games when that happens. Running it on first down. Not Jacobs. Number 35. Chicago just scored a touchdown. So it's 20-17 in that one with 6 minutes to go. Tannehill throws a touchdown as well. So that's 24-21 Tennessee. 2.5 to go in that game. Second and 2. Single back set for the Raiders. 2 wide receivers to the bottom screen. Adams alone at the top. Another delayed handoff gets him a first down. Zamir White with the rush. Williams is in at middle linebacker. Correct. He's made the tackle, actually. Rushing yards allowed last week, 172. This week, 47 for the Buffalo Bills defense. Still averaging over 100 yards allowed a game, though. Just putting that out there. Shotgun formation, run back to the left of Garoppolo. We're going to pass it here on 1st and 10. Garoppolo over the middle, wide open receiver. That's number 13. Gets into Buffalo Bills territory. Renfro with the catch. Scott's very happy with this soft cover 2 defense, I'm sure. Rapp with the tackle. So he's in there now. So no Hyde or Poyer. I've been hydrating. I've had some. I think tea actually dehydrates you. So no. Garoppolo in shotgun. Number 3 in motion to the top of the screen. He was moving forward at snap, but they're not going to call that one. Throwing it towards the end zone. Almost intercepted. There's a flag down. Looks like their wide receiver got leveled. Lewis was the one who knocked it down. Well, it would have came back anyway because their wide receiver looks like he took a hard hit. But, I mean, our guy's going for the ball. Is that Adams? That's Adams. Yeah, oh, no, it's going to be on the guy coming in at the end, number 20. So that's going to be on Rapp. Oh, Rapp, you can't do that, buddy. That's a fine. That's going to be a fine. Okay, he did get up. Good. Good. Adams has to come off. Adams is coming off. All right, so that's 1st and 10 from inside the 25. Garoppolo under center. Glad he's up. Glad that, he has to be evaluated just like they do every player now. But another halfback delay. Gets about 8 yards to the 15. Let Frazier back in. You don't want to get beat deep. I understand it. But, Detroit scored to make it 31-28. It's twofold. Like, if you're going to put in backups, that's fine. But play your same defense because that's what you want the backups to be ready to do if they're coming in. If you want to play the starters and play a little soft, that's another thing. But you're doing both now. Nice tackle. Was that fumble? There was a fumble. And the Bills get the ball. There's a flag. Rapp with the recovery. Interesting. What's going on here? Holding on the offense. First down, Buffalo, fumble, and we get the ball. Big hit by Dane Jackson. Big hit by Dane Jackson. Paul will love that. So now we're even, right? Turnover differential, we're even. Take it. 2:19 to go, get a first down, then it's victory formation. Get a first down, and then it's victory formation. Yeah, Tyler Rapp something in it, fine. But he recovered the fumble, so, pay the fine. Get a turnover next week. All right, Buffalo up 38-10. Oh, it's 5:08. I thought it was 2:08. No, it's 2. There's 2 minutes to go. Yeah, 2:19. Okay. Bears trailing Buccaneers 20-17. Atlanta trailing the Packers 24-22 with 8:10 to go there. The Colts still up 31-20 now. Houston down by 11, but they got the ball. So careful. Seahawks up 31-28 with 3 minutes to go. Tennessee up 24-21. Baltimore up 27-17, and the Chiefs up 17-9. 8 minutes to go in that one. So again, how many one-score games we got here? We got We got the Bears, Buccaneers, 1-score game. Packers, Falcons, 1-score game. Seahawks, Lions, 1-score game. Titans, Chargers, 1-score game. Chiefs, Jaguars, 1-score. We have 5 1-score games. So very interesting day in the NFL. Dane Jackson just saved Paul's take about them not getting 17 today. Hey, I'm okay with that. And 1 first down, victory formation. And that would be a pretty clean day for Josh. Almost had the 1 pick. It was called back. Other than that, pretty clean day. That's all we want, right? Clean day. No, didn't look like we had any serious injuries. We got the win. Now we go on. What game you guys watching at 4 o'clock? Gonna watch the Rams-Niners game. I think I have in-law plans, dinner plans. So hey, that's fine. I'm always good for dinner at the in-laws, as long as it doesn't interfere with the Bills. Good to see you, Anthony. Thanks for stopping by. Watching whatever is on TV. Whatever the CBS game is. I think it's CBS covering it this week. Is the fun thing about having YouTube TV is that I can watch all 3 if I want to, or all 4, I should say. I can split screen my screen into 4 screens and watch all 4, so that'd be fun. Kyle Allen in for the Bills. Single back set. Looks like Cook in the backfield. Cook cuts back, gets to about the 23. That's going to take us to a 2-minute warning, so another commercial break. Another commercial break. It's fine. It's fine. Devontae Adams is going into the locker room. So, again, you hope the best for him moving forward. We saw that, their number 2 wide receiver, Myers, had to go and stay out of this game because of concussion protocol. So you hope it's just 2 minutes to go in the game. It's, preventatory measures or whatever they call it. Chargers in the red zone, trailing 24-21, 3rd and 3 from the 7 with 21 seconds to go. That game might see over. We're looking at overtime. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Chargers called timeout, so very interesting there. Seahawks have the ball up 3, but they have a 3rd and 18. Looks like Atlanta's getting ready to kick off to Green Bay. Green Bay up by 2, but there's still 8 minutes to go. Playing time in that game. Yeah, a lot of these games still have playing time, other than the Chargers games under 2 minutes. Seahawks games at 2-minute warning, just like ours. But all the rest of these games have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 minutes in it. So lots of games left. Lots of time. Break 100. We'll see. We will see if James Cook can break 100. I think Allen is the last Bills player to break 100 rushing yards. No. We had to run back to it last year. If it was Cook or not, we had to run back to it last year. Give me a second, Spin. You can look it up. Google. Let's see. I think last year running back did it for us. Bears play the Steelers next week. I have the Steelers win tomorrow. Let me know in the comment section who you have winning. Singletary. Thank you. See, I thought so. Kyle Allen hands the ball off. Cook has a big glean. He's inside Raider territory. So he definitely broke 100. There's 100. 37-yard run. There's your 100, and then some. And then some. And he's the only one of our running backs not to get in the end zone today. Unless you count Gilliam as a running back too, which they do in the depth chart. So, okay. 17 rushes, 124 yards. Hey, absolutely, man, Kitchen. Thank you for joining, and that's what this is for. I love hanging out with the guys and the fans of Bills Mafia who can watch the game and have commentary with me, go back and forth. But really, if you don't get a chance to watch the game, I love being on here for you guys, so you feel like you're still part of it, right? You're part of the experience of this game. So make sure you share with your friends. Let everyone know. 81 in here. Let people know we're live. Suddenly, we're calling third month. We're live every single week, and that includes next week for the 1 o'clock game, half hour early, so 12:30 for the game between the Buffalo Bills and the Washington Commanders. Victory formation, 2nd and 11. This is the last one. Game over. Game over. And you can't ask for a much better game. You could not ask for a much better game. Like Paul said, they had scripted plays at the beginning. They ran them well. Devontae Adams, touchdown. You're not happy. I understand that. But other than that, look good. We win the turnover battle 3-0. Can't do much better than that. We run the ball effectively with our running backs. There's nothing. I'll never say there's nothing. I should never say there's nothing. There's always room for improvement. But as a fan watching the game, there's very little more you could ask for in today's game. You're welcome, Ryan. Again, thanks. If you guys are leaving, make sure you hit that thumbs up button as you're getting out of here. But Buffalo Bills moved to 1-1 on the season, 38-10. Really good job. They take us to the Chiefs Jacksonville game, 4.5 minutes to go in that one with the score 17-9. Trevor Lawrence is 0 for 6 in the red zone today. Wow. Jags KC bonus. Yeah. Jags KC bonus. To be honest, I want Kansas City. As a Bills fan, you should want Kansas City to win this game. You should want Kansas City to win this game for tie-breaking scenarios of any kind. And Chris Jones comes down the sack of it's going to be 4th and long. I'd kick a field goal. You have four and a half to go. You still have 3 timeouts. Thanks, Gary. If you see my thing is I am a Bills fan first and a fan of anything that helps the Bills second. I don't care about teams. And so I know it's early in the season. It's only week 2. But I have both these teams winning their division. I'd kick a field goal here. I think this is a bad decision. I think this is the wrong decision. There's a challenge flag thrown by Coach Reed, which I don't understand. It's either 4th and 10 or 4th and 13. Love you, D. Robert. See you next week. Brady says, "Go good game, Bills." Thank you, sir. Glad you joined me. Thanks, Rick. Score alert in the Cincy game. Cincy does score, makes it 27-24. So I guess under that same vein, when we want Cincy to beat Baltimore, then, right? Thanks, Scott. Appreciate it. In that same vein, we want Cincy to win, then we're all tied, right? A whole jumble mess of us are tied at 1-1. But again, we have to take care of our business first. 16 weeks left, 16 weeks in the season left, 15 games left. Just win out, go 16-1, we win the division. We win the division. James Cook plays like that. Nobody can beat us. I don't know. It's a week-to-week league, right? Like, who would have thought this game would be 17-9 right now? The Chargers game did go into overtime. Colts still blab on 2.5 to go. Tampa Bay did extend the lead to 10 with 2 minutes to go, so it looks like Tampa Bay's go in there. ETN's dealing with cramps. That stinks for them. They're reviewing if this pass by Trevor Lawrence is forward backwards. But anyway, guys, don't forget to join Paul and Mario for the post-game report. They're going to have some fun talking about the game. Again, the positives and what we can improve on. There's still plenty of improvement. Mario might talk about game management as I'm looking at the text that he's sending, like timeout management. Burning all 3 timeouts in the game you won 38-10. I can understand talking about a little bit. But again, you win 38-10. Thank you so much for coming in and joining me. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button on the way out. Appreciate all of you guys. This is the Bills team we wanted to see week 1. Got to see them week 2. Hopefully we see them next week, week 3 against Commanders. Join me live right here starting at 12:30 Eastern time as we watch the Buffalo Bills hopefully move to 2-1 and play against the Washington Commanders. I look forward to talking to you all soon. Until I do, go Bills.